shit.
All right, let's have a seat, guys. I'll sit over here.
I'll get in the VIP section.
Yeah. I'll keep an eye on the joint.
You right here, you get the golden chair.
Golden chair. Golden showers. Oh. There's my camera. Okay.
Lean back.
We don't have to phone up or anything?
Yeah, let's turn silence those phones.
Silent, yeah.
Hey, you're not on Instagram, are you?
Yeah.
You are? I don't know if I have you as a friend.
Police.
Alright, on silent.
Yep.
At other Bobby Brown.
Is that what it's called?
Other Bobby
funny.
Brown, yeah.
At other Bobby Brown.
Let me see if I can find you real quick.
You streaming already?
Yes, I am.
Oh, we on?
Is it
What's up,
Brother
world?
Bob?
Oh, are we live?
That's not Brother Bob.
Yep.
Other Bobby.
Hi, Mom. Hi,
That's
Shelly.
okay. I like.
It's
I like.
not really other Bobby Brown.
That's what I asked you. Is it really Bobby Brown?
Yeah, no, that's my name. But there's no other on it, man.
Well, it means.
I say, did you lock down just Bobby Brown?
Did you?
I think I did. Fuck, I don't fucking know.
Oh, it's,
Look at it.
I got it right here. I got it right here.
What
Dog.
is it?
It's Bobbo.19.
Okay,
You got
Bobo
one
got
picture,
1988.
dude.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah.
got one pickup.
That is nothing close like what you were telling me in 1980.
I'm so sorry, Rick.
I think other Bobby Brown would have been
Yeah, the other Bobby Brown would have been lit, man.
the other Bobby Brown.
He's probably a lot more fun than I am.
Well, I mean, yeah, but anybody on crack is a lot more fun, really.
That's true.
There you are. Okay, and then Everett, I know you're on here.
I'm on Insta. I got like two of them.
Everett, and it's okay. I don't mind going live and having us not sound professional. I think it just comes off sounds a little fresher. And I've always liked podcasts that do that.
Yeah.
When they just like start talking and you're like listening before they even actually do the whole intro and whatnot.
Welcome to the show.
But yes,
Shit, we just kicking it.
yes. Let me just finish up these stupid hashtags, which are apparently very important.
This is actually apropos because I am in
Water.
no danger of ever being considered a professional. So.
Except no
Sparkling grape
substitute.
soda.
I don't know if I
That
would be
looks like-
considered a professional comic, but I know maybe I'd be considered a professional podcaster.
Well, shit.
We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, oh my goodness. Welcome to another episode of the UNG Odyssey podcast. Unfortunately, Gump is not here because, of course, he works on the weekend. But today is my co-host, Everett McClure.
Hi.
And then I have two very special guests from the radio station on 92.5, what is it called?
Lone Star.
Lone Star, that's right, the
Hey.
Lone Star. I have D.J.PreKay makes his return, and
I'm here.
he was able to help me out with another great radio personality that I've been listening to, John Clay Wolf Show, for over 3 or 4 years now, and his name is the great Bobbo Brown. Woo!
Bobbo.
Just Bobbo's fine, man.
Just Bobbo.
I hate when they do that. My real name is Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
And John keeps releasing press entries that say Bobby Bobbo Brown.
Bobby Bobbo.
Yeah, it sounds like a Hanna-Barbera character.
but it's your name, man. You gotta own it, man.
I do.
Bobby. Okay. All right, Bobbo. I do like Bobbo though. Bobbo sounds really cool. It's like a fresh look at Bobbo.
My niece invented that. She couldn't say Bobby when she was 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I've been Bobbo for a long time.
I have a cousin. His name is, we call him Bob too, and then we call him Bob Bear. For some reason we call him Bob Bear Brewski. But in Spanish, we kind of do the same with a Bob Oso, and Oso means bear. But if you put the two together, it means Bob Oso, which actually means like it pretty much means like retard, because it's like a person who drools all over themselves.
Yeah.
So he doesn't not like it when we call him Bob Oso.
Hey, Bobbo.
No, I've had
And he's
Mexican
a
friends
big
tell me
dude,
that.
and he's
I
got a
wonder
bunch
why.
of tattoos, got prison tattoos. He's a mean looking motherfucker, but then but because we're family, I get to fuck around with him a lot. Like, hey, I say.
That's what family's
Like
for.
that. Yeah, that is. We have a great time.
Isn't Bobbo like a slang in Spanish for something horrible?
I'm not sure. I mean,
I've had Mexican friends tell me that, and I can't remember.
That fucking Bobbo.
Bobo.
Got a tiny Bobbo.
I don't know.
Bobbo.
So okay, So you said before that you've been doing radio for 32 years.
Yeah.
When did you realize you were going to get into radio? Like, was it before in high school?
I worked at
college?
Walmart as a teenager, and we had and I liked the job fine, you know.
Mhm.
We had a snow day in the town where I lived. I was a senior in high school, and I was driving to my girlfriend's house because she was home and her parents were not. And we were going to hang around, and I was listening to the weather report, our hometown station. And I heard a guy saying, "Well, we're gonna get some more snow." And
you're gonna go get some pussy. Huh?
right, I'm driving my pickup truck to my girlfriend's house, and I hear the guy on the local station giving a weather report, and I thought, it had never occurred to me before. I thought, there's a guy sitting in a room in front of a sound console with his mic turned on, reading the weather report. That's a job. Like, somebody's got to do that. And I went out to the radio station the next day and filled out an application. They put me in a room and let me read some news and sports headlines, things.
Yeah, give you a tryout kind
They recorded it.
That
Said,
quickly?
okay, thank you, and kicked me out of the joint. And I thought, well, that's right. And the vice principal came up to me the next day and said, "You better make a good hand for old Everett Mason out there at radio station, Bobbo." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, he called him for a reference, and they hired me like the next day."
Nice.
And I've been in it ever since.
See, but that was back in the day where you knew your principal, and you guys would the principal actually would communicate with the kids more, and you can use them as a reference.
Well,
I bet you a lot of kids in high school now don't even know that they could use their principal as a reference.
No, but small town school. My graduating class was exactly 100 people.
I think mine was like 215 because I grew up in Iowa, so it was a small city that I lived in Davenport, Iowa. So
That's a huge graduating class. There's no way you dated all those girls.
No, I stuck to the freshmen. Freshman and sophomore.
Rudy!
Next.
Rudy! My friends had a name for me. They called me the bubonic plague. Because
Wow.
the freshmen and sophomores would catch a little glimpse of the fever.
So you had a reputation and a hefty impact.
No, like a ton of freshman girls liked me. I didn't do anything with the majority of them. Maybe like one or two, like the actual real hot ones. But like most of the time it was like sophomore and then some junior girls, and then girls from other high schools. But like the girls in my grade, they saw me grow up. And they're like, I've seen him go from dork to not dork, but I remember when he was a dork, so of course they're not going to talk to me.
Yeah, I very rarely ever dated girls my own age in high school.
Even now, I'm dating my girlfriend. She's, 10 years younger than me almost?
Yeah, I've always kind of tended that way myself. It's not on purpose. You
Not like freshman.
do what you do.
I almost went somewhere.
Barely legal.
I almost went somewhere darker. If it's too close to my age.
Remember rule 2, fellas, be cautious about drugs and sex.
No, remember rule 5. It should be online forever.
Yeah, that's why I'm keeping my damn mouth shut.
Yeah. PreKayy.
PreKayy was on everything but the Titanic out in Asia.
Damn, PreKayy. You be throwing it like that, huh?
Trying to get out of there, trying to expand my horizons.
Have you had any black pussy yet?
Not yet, man.
Still no?
What?
Goddamn, you need to come out with me, PreKayy.
Yo, not to sound like a racist, but
tell
black girls holla at me. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I did all this for you.
You should have came out with me. Come
Oh,
out
yeah.
with me sometime. I'll hook you up.
Have you ever been to a black strip club?
Man, I don't really go into too many strip clubs, man. I don't like paying women to act like they like me, so I'm really not big on that.
No, you don't have to pay them. You can just hang out.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Shit.
They're,
Not well.
they're performers too, though. I mean, you can't just go and watch them practice their art. I know that sounds ridiculous, but a lot of dancers take it very seriously.
Yeah, they do.
Maybe 5%, but a lot of them do.
I've seen some spider women strippers, okay? Like straight hanging from the rafters and shit.
Yeah.
You
So
did
they take it seriously.
You did a music video. Didn't you have some nice looking girls on that?
Oh yeah.
Saw that.
What's
Show,
up with
man.
those girls, man?
Well, they got paid. They were professionals, man.
Oh,
you
they
know.
were a little professional on the backside.
And
of
also,
the office.
one of them was the wife of the
oh shit, the
manager of them. So I was
never
like,
mind.
yeah,
Wow.
tiptoe around this line, you know.
Probably wise.
You had to hate that guy. Nice setup, buddy. Thanks. It's your wife? Wow.
Yeah.
What am I
That's
paying
what
her
I'm thinking.
again?
It's
She's
like, oh,
fired.
okay.
I need to figure out how I can take. I want to take your songs and I know there's a way to do like an intro with the podcast with the stream to where I can put it on there before we actually start talking, and then like there's something I hit on there and it'll stop the audio. I mean the music and it'll continue the audio. I'm just not sure how to completely use Twitch to its maximum capacity yet.
Yeah,
but I will figure it out.
Cue up my latest single.
What's it on?
You're gonna need a live board out.
Where's our
I am
assistant?
gonna need. I guess that's what I would need. I also need a. I need to get a mixer. I'm not sure if the mixer or whatever. What'd you say?
Huh? About what?
Oh, I thought you were saying something.
No, I said, where's our assistant to cue up, song?
Fargo moment. What the
Come
fuck you
on.
mean?
She. I went to go take a break in the room. I guess.
We just got started. She's taking a break, man. You gotta crack
My
down on
assistant.
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a stop to that. Like, no, look, I need you to be there. I can't run this.
Play
all
the
by myself.
fucking PreKayy
God
song.
damn it! Get out of the way! I told you about now.
Put him on hold! Put him on hold!
Yeah, look, I know how it feels to be on the other end of it.
Oh my God.
For real.
You bounced up yesterday, man. That was
I
quite
haven't listened
entertaining.
to yesterday's episode. But,
PreKayy takes a lot of abuse on the John Clay Wolf show.
oh, I hear it. I hear it.
He does. He does. John Clay Wolf is not only insensitive, he's just got that dynamic with PreKayy. And it's a joy when you bounce up.
Yeah, and the problem is people like it when he yells at me, so he just does that shit more. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, yeah, great content.
I love when you come back in your slave nomenclature.
Yeah,
Oh yes, sir, boss. Oh yes, sir.
Anytime he starts going too hard, I'll be like, PreKayy, you need to do this, do this, do this. I was like, oh, yes, sir, master. All right.
Oh yes, sir.
Whatever you say, boss man.
I'll be right on it. Master need me put you on hold, sir.
Yeah, start talking to the callers like that. Yes, sir. It's the John Clay Wolf Show.
Another layer to the onion that is PreKayy.
Yeah. But I mean the show. Yeah, let's talk about the show a little bit. The dynamic on the show is pretty fucking awesome, and with John, he's always got that ramped up, and I can see why he's never wanted to do like any kind of uppers. He's one of those guys that's like naturally on Adderall.
Yeah, he's got a frenetic energy to him. For sure.
Yeah, it's amazing though. He's very funny. Like I don't know, you should listen to shows whenever you get a chance ever.
Okay.
But like he's very Texan, like very Southern. But it's like he has all these puns in his book of his vernacular of all this shit, and it's just like and it's just funny to hear him just listen and lay it all out. And his rants are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
When he has a rant on the radio station. But like, but he's just like he carries the show in a certain way to where, it kind of like everybody just gets along. But then there's also like that vibe of like we're all brothers, and at one point we're gonna fucking. I kind of just want to smack my brother sometimes,
Yeah.
Type of dynamic.
Yeah, like crack a whip on him and treat him like a slave.
There's friction.
I remember I had heard. I remember when Trump got elected and him and Turley got into it, and Turley disappeared for like a week and a half or 2 weeks.
Did he?
Yeah.
It didn't have anything to do with Trump, I'm sure.
Well,
I think he may have just been on vacation or
That's
something.
the way he made it sound, though. That's
Our
the way
dynamic,
John
though,
Clay-
allows that the audience may think that,
Yeah.
and so we don't put everything out there. Those holes leave room for your imagination.
Yeah.
I've had people ask me the most ridiculous question. I wish I could think of one. Were you and JD really fighting? Were you and John? Did you really quit?
Oh, like the supposedly Facebook arguments you guys have? Or
Oh yeah, crazy stuff. Well, yeah, we actually have had those arguments.
Those were
Yeah,
actually-
I mean, a lot of it is real, but then, of course you play it up. And,
Do you
at the end of the day, we're all approved.
Yeah.
Do you ever have that problem right now with like what you can and can't say on Facebook? Because I know you're. I know everybody hears what you say on the weekend. Do you ever get like somebody who will like be like, "Hey, I can't believe you said that on the radio," and you're like, well, it's just for like entertainment type on Facebook or something like that. Because I haven't had that yet, but I've had people say, I can't believe you said that kind of stuff on stage, but because they're there but like
Radio's funny, and the more we grow, and the more we just crossed 40 affiliates yesterday. We started like
ooh, yeah, I remember when you guys were at 15 or 16.
yeah,
Okay.
8 or 9 new markets in one day started yesterday.
There you go.
And some towns, and John thinks it's just the program directors, and they don't like us, they don't want us on their air, and partially that's true. But audiences, man, can be sensitive to things you do. We started yesterday all over the Deep South: Nashville, Memphis, Jackson, Tupelo, Huntsville, Mobile, all over Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. So John posts on the show's Facebook page a great looking young lady. Bazonga's here and here in a Confederate flag bikini.
I saw that.
Beautiful. I mean, what a perfect body. What a great sentiment, And here come the typical John Clay Wolf Show listeners. They've got flags too and things to say about it.
Yeah.
And I'm squirming. This is early. This is like, this is 9:30 in the morning. I'm thinking, oh man,
Why are you squirmy?
We're gonna have that Alex Jones, stupid, privileged white air about, I wouldn't have put that out there. We lost that war. What are y'all bragging about? Put it in the museum. Leave people alone.
The South will rise again, Bobbo.
That's if I'm a black man,
Which I am.
I'm at least mildly offended by that.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. I mean,
I could see that.
the bitch was fine.
The bitch was fine.
But yeah, I was like,
I think
you take that bikini off, it's much better.
I think for like in a comedy sense, if you have a hot, really smoking hot chick, you can pretty much put whatever you want on her, and the hotness wouldn't negate what she could have. She could have had like a hoodie on, the Klan hood on,
What?
a black dude in the back hanging, but those big old tatas sewn up in a nice bikini, I would have been like, yeah.
On a personal Facebook page.
On a private group.
Yeah. This is the show's Facebook page.
Imagine if Walmart posted that picture.
Yeah.
But in a comedy sense to me, I don't know.
Oh yeah. And at the end of the day,
In a comedic way, yeah.
Right. And I don't find it incendiary personally. I just, you get a little paranoid. We were talking about content and what, the perception of the audience is.
Yeah, what's okay, what's not.
So who was it, John, that personally approved that picture to go up and said, yeah, that's a good idea?
Well, he didn't ask anybody. He just put it up there.
I like
John
this.
just put it up there.
There it goes.
John just made an advertisement.
Look at this, you guys.
Been there, done that one. Like, whoops.
But his mind works that way, and usually it's a good thing. And I don't know if this is a terrible thing or not. I'm not personally offended,
And I mean,
but I'm beginning to be afraid that somebody may be.
I was just looking at the comments for this picture. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I should show this to the camera. Bam.
Oh, yeah, that's wonderful, actually.
There's some tittage going on there with the Confederate flag.
Some?
Yeah.
But
Jesus.
I really don't think anybody's offended because I'll just read a few of these comments.
Yeah, what do the comments say?
Some of the comments include, "Oh, fun bags," "Man, I love tits."
Yeah. Same.
Talk about the South will rise again. One guy just said, "Hell yeah."
Rise again, get it? Rise.
Damn, I can suck those titties for days. And then I want to milk her. So I don't really think that there's a lot of offended.
And then another guy showed a very majestically waving Confederate flag.
Yeah, there's a fucking...
There it is. What does that mean?
So be sure to give him
What's-
just like a
What's he having for dinner?
Which shows where his focus is.
I think that means, I think that's the look of the flag after, like, when he's beaten off, you just see the flag just kind of doing
You worry about stuff like that. The way the conversations we've had with program directors and things.
Yeah.
So, like, so have you guys heard any backlash about that from actual...
No, we get in trouble for really stupid things.
Yeah.
What's the biggest thing you got in trouble for? What's the biggest ass shooting you've gotten so far?
That I've gotten.
Yeah.
I get my ass chewed for things that I didn't even do.
Yeah.
That's part of the show.
Okay.
You know, I can usually JD's our whipping boy. Sometimes I get to play whipping boy.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know,
I like JD. JD's cool.
Bill Cosby, when Bill Cosby, before he went to trial, before he went to prison,
Okay.
we thought it would be funny to do a Bill Cosby bit.
Okay.
And I do a terrible Cosby impersonation. You know, that's just your typical caricature thing.
Okay.
And so I wrote a bit where Cosby is explaining sex to children.
Yeah.
And this is radio, okay? There's no visual. It's just
Yeah.
the visual you get.
Yeah.
You give the jello pudding pop. And it's a can of SpaghettiOs.
I forgot he did the
Now the
spaghetti.
pudding pop, this is the PP.
Oh God.
And the can of delicious, nutritious SpaghettiOs is the TT. And you put the pudding pop, you know, just stupid cartoon. I thought it was hilarious.
I think it's
And
hilarious,
it was
too.
done out of love because I grew up
Yeah.
with Cosby and I know he's a monster and did terrible things, but come on.
Yeah.
So, you know, I thought I wrote it just a harmless piece.
Yeah,
It was our first day in Austin years ago.
Okay.
We're back on in Austin now. That got us kicked off the air in Austin. It was
Oh,
my
geez.
fault. I wrote it.
Yeah.
I wrote it, delivered it. John stopped. John said, "Wait, stop! Stop it, Reese! You got to stop!" Before the pudding pop ever got to the SpaghettiOs. So
What did they get upset about if you stop it in time?
Oh.
I think like part of the humor is the fact that you have something so controversial, but John puts an end to that quick. That alone is hilarious. Even if it never actually makes it out there, it's just the fact that you were about to do something, John has to step in. That alone, it should be a bit on its own. The things Bobbo's gonna do, that John has to stop what he's doing and say, "Hold up, real quick. Stop!" That alone, yeah, stop! I love when you mock John too.
I love his John
Is that really
impression.
what
Yeah.
is that really what
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
think I sound like?
I'm not aware I do that.
Hey man.
PreKayy all the time says, "Man, that's you sound just like her," and I'm like, "Oh shit." I'm speaking in voices again.
Oh, you got me, dude. PreKayy. I asked PreKayy last time he was on about who's that? Who did I tell you? The guy who calls in. Fuck. Come on, what's his name?
Guy that calls in.
The dude that calls in, and I thought.
Like the annoying motherfucker?
No. The singer. Shit. Who is that?
Drunk Dog?
Michael McDonald?
Michael McDonald. There you go.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought that was an actual caller, like just a person from just a person just calling to joke around with you guys. And he was like, "No, that's Bobbo, man." I was like, "That's Bobbo." I couldn't tell that was you. Out of all the voices, that was one of the only few that I couldn't tell that it was you. But you like have so many characters on there. How many do you have?
I don't know.
It's got to be like 10, 12.
I pick up new ones every day.
Because I remember you got Randy the Chipmunk, Michael McDonald, you got
Rush Limbaugh.
Rush, and then you have the stripper. What's her name?
Oh,
Hannah the stripper. And then you also have the other chick. I heard her back when I was listening to the older podcast. The other chick, I think her name was like she's supposed to be like a trashy old whore.
You might have just had a trashy old boy.
Like a
Right.
something like Clammy or God damn, what was her name?
Clammy.
I don't remember this, but I do like this idea of a trashy old whore
Okay.
named Clammy. You know what I'm saying?
There's a mainstream rock station in Dallas-Fort Worth,
Yeah.
and they have a female jock that's a legend
Uh-huh.
in town, and she's met all the hair metal bands.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And she's no names, she's rule number. I'm not gonna say her name, but her voice said on the air just like this. There's the crew. All right, you guys.
Yes.
I'm live with the crew.
That's her name, Sydney Snapper.
Cindy Snapper.
Sydney Snapper.
Cindy Snapper. Hey JD, how's it hanging?
She's going there.
I've been hanging a little myself. You good-looking son of a bitch.
Yeah, see, I haven't heard her.
I
in a
forgot
while,
all
though,
about
but-
Cindy Snapper.
Yeah, Sydney Snapper, man.
We should do that.
And then, what else do you have?
Turley hates the female voices.
Why?
I don't know. It's unsettling to him. He literally Have you noticed this, Charlie? When we're doing Hannah the Stripper, Charlie literally turns away from me.
Maybe because he feels uncomfortable. He doesn't want you to project that person onto him, and he'd be like, yeah. And like, let's just say you start saying, "Hey, Turley, you like these?" Turley be like,
"Look at my boobies."
Yeah, next time you do it, you gotta say, "Charlie, look at me."
Yeah, you need to.
Good looking boy.
Charlie, why do you always
Who's
turn
a good
around
looking
when I come
boy?
home? Does your wife have you whipped so hard you can't even look to a hot girl like me?
You're looking at a motherfucker pretending to be a hot girl. It's like, I know you look. I know you talk to him.
Yeah.
That's freedom, though. I have such admiration for actors and for guys who do stand-up comedy like you guys, because you work in front of people, and you're not scripted, and there's no wind machine. You're not pretending to drive, but you know what I mean. Actors, people who capture that visual and aren't afraid to perform while they do it. I'm in awe of that, because radio's just sound.
Yeah,
we're just making little mind movies. You know, you go where your talents are, but that's what you guys do is real live in 3D in real time.
Yeah.
What if you fall down?
You meant to fall down.
Yeah.
You fall down, you meant to do that.
Oh, right.
I mean, and you get take one and that's it. I mean, same with radio.
I've had
falling down's pretty funny.
I've had probably about 7 showcases, and maybe 2 of them I didn't do too well, and I know for sure one of them I did pretty bad because it was too dark, and the audience just wasn't not ready for that dark of level. I was doing a Michael Jackson bit.
Okay. Oh, the subject matter was dark.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant there was no light or.
Yeah, the room.
I thought you meant you did it in like poly or something.
What? Poly? What does that mean?
Like the audience was too dark.
Oh.
Hi, everybody. You're gonna have to clap if you like it, because all I can see is
see
teeth and eyeballs.
PreKayy decided to step out when he heard the audience was too dark.
You did a showcase in Baltimore?
No.
Sorry. Okay. Jokes.
These are just jokes, people.
Jokes.
But
It's
like,
okay.
yeah, it's
No hard feelings.
It is. Look, open mics are never to be like expected that you're gonna go in there and kill, because they're very hard. Half the time the audience is like comics anyway, and they've already heard your shit over and over again.
Yeah.
The other half,
I
I do feel like sometimes when some of the like more recognized comics go out there and they'll do their bits, and I don't want to sound like a hater, but I feel like sometimes some of the audience, because most of them are comics, I feel like maybe there's a little pandering there because they're veterans. I feel like they're kind of just laughing because they know them so much, and I'm like, I really didn't think that was that funny, but me and apparently everybody else did. It's not up to me to say what they're laughing about.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's a point of view I've never thought about.
We burn a lot. We get burned a lot on open mics, but that's what you expect. I mean,
open mics that's just batting practice, is what it is. You're just going up there getting practice swings in, you know, for empty chairs most of the time. But you get ready for your real shows, and you know.
Yeah.
What part of the procedural is that? I mean, do you guys? I've seen all the documentaries, and I love the procedural aspect of what I think is part of stand-up comedy. The Zen Diaries, you know, Gary Shandling, and all the stuff that Bill Hicks had to say about it in the '80s. You know, some of the comics, Steve Martin's memoir he did a few years ago, that will talk about the procedural of it. Is they write and they craft and they try this and they try that.
Yep.
And like open mic, I guess it's got to be a part of that. Do you try things at an open mic that you keep, and do you try things that you say, oh, I think I'll never use that again?
There's been a lot of times at open mics that I've just been like, that didn't go over at all, and I'm not holding on to that whatsoever. So,
are you surprised when things don't go over?
I think sometimes I'm like, this could be iffy, but there's other times when I think it'll go over really well and it just falls flat. And I'm like, well, what the fuck is that? I thought that was great. You know.
Yeah, I as far as for me, I don't have. Anytime I go up with a new premise or a new joke or something I want to work on that's new that I've never done before, I never think it's gonna go funny. I never think it's gonna go funny. I never think it's gonna go bad. I just have this. I just know. I guess I'm good at not having expectations, but also not having negative thoughts about it. I'm very open to let's just see what happens. I'm very open to that when it comes to any of my jokes. Let's just see what happens. and then I kind of read the room, and feel the atmosphere. And if it doesn't get any laughs, I'll be like, okay, but maybe the room was not that adequate. Maybe people were, it might have been just very, like if I'm going later on, might have just been like maybe a couple comics in there.
Yeah.
I just try somewhere else where there's more people.
So you will try what you think may not have worked in different crowds. That was my next question.
Yeah, because because when, especially right now, I've not done stuff to where I'm out of the DFW area too much.
Yeah.
But it's weird because I'll have something that will work in Dallas, but won't work in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
And then I'll take that thing and I went to Denver and I did an open mic in Denver. I did 15 minutes over there.
Yeah.
And all my stuff over there, because nobody had heard it, pretty much worked.
Yeah.
Everything I just wanted to whip out just pretty much worked because all of them were new to listening to what I was saying. But
what was so offensive about your bit on Michael Jackson?
I think
What was so dark about that?
I did it in Dallas and it worked well, but I was a little sillier. It was a little more. It came off a little bit more natural. Like I looked more natural when I did. When I did in Fort Worth, I changed it up a little bit. And I've noticed with myself when I tend to change things and add more punchlines or something a little different. If I'm not completely used to it, it doesn't sound so natural. When I was talking about it, I could think the audience could feel that it wasn't that natural. And then also, I kind of added myself into the storyline a little bit. And one of the lines that I said was about Michael Jackson diddling these kids. You know, some of them.
I love
some
that
of them. I know. I love it too.
Ditto.
Diddling. Some of them
kids.
Hey, diddle diddle.
Some of them actually had a positive outcome because of that. You know, I was like, one of them became a famous pop dancer. Macaulay Culkin. I mean,
Thanks, Mike.
Macaulay Culkin kind of went sideways there for a while.
I was like, for me, all I got when I was molested was a drug habit and an alcohol problem. And then the audience didn't like the fact that I threw myself in there and made it too personal. I guess my girlfriend saw it. She said it kind of got too real.
Yeah.
And the audience didn't.
Oh, you were speaking literally true.
Yeah.
Literal truth.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So it got, I guess so. And
I don't know if that's funny or not, really.
Are you okay?
If it's funny to him, it's funny to me. Like, hell.
Blink twice if you need help.
No, but I mean, it is also an art form. You release stuff, you know,
Absolutely.
during the course of your act that you got to get out of there.
Yeah.
I had a guy on here yesterday, and he's a 12-year comic veteran. And when I first had him on here, I really didn't know much about his comedy because he doesn't have anything out there. He said he doesn't have anything that he puts out there. He's working on something, but he's got two different bits. I mean, two different whole shows that he can do. He can do a clean one, then he's got a dark one, which has to do with real events that happened in his life. It's called Suicide Note.
Yeah.
And in Suicide Note, it's how he talks about how he almost committed suicide and all these traumatic effects that happened to him throughout life. But like he's turned it around to where he does TED Talks about it too, which I didn't know. TED Talk tickets just to sit in there and watch those are like $10,000.
Really?
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Oh, I gotta get me on
for
a
those
TED Talk.
things.
Yeah, for real. How do I get some of this TED Talk money?
$10,000.
Masterclass, a lot of
But
directors
it's
and
funny
actors.
'cause he's
Ted, if you're watching.
He was telling me that it's funny to him because he's sitting in there with all these like astrophysicists and these smart ass scientists, and they're all like talking about what they're talking about. Their TED Talk is over, and they don't ask him what his TED Talk is like. I'm just a smart ass about my life. But he's managed to do a whole comedy, a whole hour of comedy, all about how dark he goes real dark into the comedy, and but he's able to like make it make it a positive thing and still funny for people, and that's amazing. I want to learn from the guy, see how he did that.
Yeah. Some people love that stuff. You know, Carrie Fisher did a one-woman show I saw on HBO a few years ago, and I hated it, but I didn't really pay attention to it, and I watched it with a girlfriend, and because she was really into it. And I thought, well, that's really insightful, you know, brilliantly funny shit when she talks about being married to Paul Simon and you know that the quirkiness and the eccentricities of the relationship. That's a much deeper form, you know. I mean, comedy comes in a lot of, you know, a limitless number of forms, you know.
Yeah.
Are you watching Carrot Top?
Yeah.
You know, or Steven, what's his name, who talks in Mary
Carrot Top be killing it too in Vegas.
He always has Vegas.
Yeah.
He's killing it out there.
Yeah, he's sold out every night, man. Like,
Swole ass
People sleep
Carrot
on him, man.
jeez.
People sleep on him.
Big as fuck out of nowhere. Just one day, Carrot Top was just linebacker or something.
Imagine getting your ass beat by Carrot Top.
Yeah, that'd be a story.
That'd be scary though. You're like, you're seeing him punch this wild ass hair, all this super tan skin just going.
Oh my God, what happened to you? I don't want
He's
to tell
scary
you.
when he smiles at you. Imagine what he'd look like when he's throwing a punch.
What happened to your face? I don't want to tell you, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you do anything with Reba McEntire?
Reba?
Yeah.
I'm really not supposed to talk about it.
But you do on the radio all the time.
No, I don't.
You don't confirm nothing, okay?
I know you.
They can
you
neither
work your way
confirm
around
nor
it.
deny.
I never read. No.
John asks me about it all the time.
He does. That's so funny. I'm sorry. It's just so funny to hear you go like I did. I can't say that. Well, you know me. I was a 20-young-year-old boy, and I was giving her a ride from the radio station.
I was just her envoy. I was just from the venue to the hotel.
Okay.
You know, that's all I'm really allowed to say.
Okay, that part is true. Is that part true?
Yeah,
The fact
absolutely.
that you
Of course.
gave her a ride from the radio station to the hotel.
I'll never forget those eyes in the rearview mirror.
Why was she sitting next to you?
Well, she's Reba McEntire.
Yeah.
You don't
Somebody
make
says-
Reba McEntire sit up
whole?
front.
They need the whole back seat.
I'm practically no more than just an unlicensed chauffeur at this time. With those eyes. You know, that voice.
Everett had a question for you. What was the question, Everett?
Hi, Bobby, you gonna come up and have a drink with me?
Oh, what was I gonna say?
Everett was gonna be like, I wonder what kind of sex
No, I
position
was.
she's into.
If one were so inclined to hook up with Reba McEntire, what would Reba McEntire's favorite sexual position be in
You
that
had a whole line?
hypothetical situation?
You had a whole line of questioning.
He told me to. I was like, yeah, sure, fuck it, let's let it fly.
I just said, I wonder what. Because she's really southern, and I don't know.
She sold
No,
out.
she's
Cowboy
definitely,
Stadium.
she's all Oklahoma. She's all Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She seemed like she wouldn't be that great because how, just like. I
Are
don't
you?
know.
Why are you fantasizing about Reba McEntire?
I still do it right now just to say I did it.
Yeah,
Oh, she's
about to say,
beautiful.
I'd knock it down.
Yeah.
She's a princess, man.
Might
She's
break a hip, but it's okay.
immensely talented,
She's
scary,
got the money.
smart. You know,
Yeah.
what's not to like about Reba McEntire?
Uh,
I don't have a little shrine to her at the house or anything.
my greatest
Yeah, me
conquest.
either.
It's 2019. We keep shrines on our phone now.
Yeah. Very true.
She
Camera roll
friended
is full
me.
of
She
Reba
friended me.
McEntire.
That's
I had-
my special
I
folder.
did have a question. What time do you need to get out of here? What time does the Cowboys game start?
3:30 is
3:30,
when they
okay.
start.
We're good. I'm
But
good for
we
time.
ain't tripping.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. I'll just make
We
sure
need
I
to
want
talk
to-
about what PreKayy does
PreKayy,
because
what do you
you're in
Oh,
an
man,
area of the arts. I mean, I say musician, that may not be your classification, but
Yeah.
musical
I'm,
act.
yeah, musician.
That's a
I'll call
tough
it.
goddamn fucking road, dude.
Yeah, it is, dude. Okay, here. Are you ready to have a huge production manager or management company, or let's just say Birdman, for instance? And are you ready for him to say, if you down, if you legit, and you run with my crew, you gotta suck my dick? Are you ready to do that?
What?
I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Because-
Excuse me.
Yeah, that sounds like a hard no.
If Birdman called me right now and said, "Hey, Playboy, I see what you're doing out there. Right? I see what you're doing out there. Look, I'm gonna fly you out to Hollywood, right? But one thing,
$50 million.
one thing.
Holy
I'm signing
fuck,
$50
Rudy.
million. We gonna get you on. We gonna get you on. But one thing, I'm gonna need you to give me some head.
This is why I asked this question.
I mean, I might get on the flight and sign the paperwork, but I'm not. When it comes down to it, I'm backing out.
Remember, Bobbo, this is not a radio station. I'm gonna bring up some wild shit.
That's all right.
I know you're all like.
You look
Jesus
mighty
Christ.
good in those Versace, boy.
Thanks, Birdman.
The reason I asked is because I have a friend of mine who, you know, of course, he's black, and he gives. I asked him.
As all your friends are.
I asked him for like, I have a little thing, and I'm supposed to do it on the podcast, but I never got around to doing it. Where it's like it's supposed to be called like Keeping Up with the Blacks. So I would refer to him for my urban, you know, news that I don't know about. You know, Black Twitter. I've been trying to find Black Twitter. I can't find Black Twitter.
Black Twitter?
Oh, it's not hard to
you
find.
don't know Black Twitter?
You just gotta follow some black people.
Yeah, I guess I'm not following enough.
What kind of black people?
Just search for
Are you
Twitter,
making a statement
black
that there are no
people.
black people on Twitter?
No, I know that.
Are you for Tyler Perry?
I see O.J. Simpson every day.
Tyler Perry, what are you doing?
Yeah, Tyler Perry. He was the bomb in Gone Girl.
I like
but
the
like,
idea of just Tyler Perry being all of Black Twitter. Like, yeah, I'm in tune with Black Twitter. I'll follow Tyler Perry. You know?
He does do a lot of characters.
Although-
He does, exactly. There's like 15 people he could be on
I
Twitter.
see O.J.
Dude,
Simpson every
Bobbo,
day.
you could totally make a movie like that if you wanted to. A movie like
I
that
don't
where you
know.
just
I don't
dress
really
up
have-
in all these characters and you're just like a house full of these weird wing nuts.
You know, what does it pay, man?
Okay.
Bobbo is
I'll
actual
consider-
We'll
Hannah.
figure it out, man. We'll
I'll
make this.
consider it.
We'll make this, man. We'll make the first
Holy shit.
Bobbo character movie. I don't know. We'll come up with a name or something, but it'll be like Jean Clay Wolf presents a Bobbo.
Bobbo Brown in Clammy.
And then like no, we'll have like all these characters, right? And they'll all be like fake. Not fake, but like weird fake. The only real
Imagine.
person will be JD. JD's gonna live with all of them.
And he plays a porn cop.
Yeah. So, but like, okay, my friend was telling me that all these rappers like had to suck Birdman's dick.
Specifically
Birdman
Birdman.
Because
likes
he's the
getting
guy,
his dick
'cause
sucked
and
by up-and-coming rappers.
My issue was like, why, like, to prove that they're down and they're gonna stick with him or whatever. And now my thing was like, why does Birdman make them suck his dick? Why can't they suck like the bouncer next to him's dick?
Because-
Suck his dick, and I don't know you're legit, but no, Birdman specifically wants them to suck his dick
Yeah.
I
in
mean-
order for them to prove themselves.
In this narrative, Birdman's
And-
a homosexual.
And a lot
Right.
of
And
it's
that's his
apparently
thing.
it's an
Yeah.
actual thing. Like
Yeah.
you talk to people, they'll be like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
happens.
Yeah. The
Who
casting
did you
couch-
talk to that was like, yeah, I sucked Birdman's dick? You know? I mean,
I don't know.
I didn't really get a lot out of it. You know, he promised a lot. I'm still here. Fuck.
I'll talk to.
I'm here talking to you, Rudy. What the fuck?
I'll get some real facts on it next
Oh
time.
my god.
But this is what I ask questions about.
Yeah.
That's how I get my news, man.
I just like this
I
idea
was
of
just wondering.
Birdman being the fucking gatekeeper of hip hop, and he's just like, "All right, Playboy, you know how you made it here. You know what you got to do, all right?"
Hey John, can you give me a lighter?
Unbuckle this shit.
Hey, one thing I want to ask you though, because one thing that I really envy about musicians is that as a comedian, you know, we tell a joke to somebody once, you know, they see it twice. That's kind of that. They don't want to see it again. But as you, I mean, like I could hear Master of Puppets every single.
Does anybody want to
day,
follow
you know what I mean?
Man,
Yeah,
I'll take
please.
one if you don't mind.
I would love one,
Please. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel that, you know, with music, and I like to have some comedy in my music, you know, I like to say
Yeah.
outlandish, you know, outrageous shit.
Mhm.
Like in one of my songs, I said, you know, drop top truck with the butterscotch buck, I done popped up and got your mother knocked up, you know, and it's just, you know, saying just
Thank
fly
you, man.
shit,
Thank you.
you know, and yeah,
Yeah.
it is kind of a comedic, thank you,
Mm.
you know, thing in a way.
Yeah.
You know, like you look at artists like Riff Raff and shit,
Mm.
and you know, there's a lot of comedy in rap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dirt Nasty. You know,
Yeah.
there's a little bit there.
yeah, and there's a lot of, you know, seriousness to it as well. But you know, at the end of the day, it's entertainment.
Yeah.
And people like to laugh.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I like too, is that you can go from seriousness to you know, humor. And I love it when music makes me laugh too.
Yeah,
That's
and at the
fucking
end of the
great.
day, it's all you.
Yeah.
Because everybody has, you know, that duality of, you know, tough times and good times.
Yeah.
So you know,
100%.
Have
you
you?
can. make those funny songs and then make serious shit as well.
Yeah.
And that's part of being a musician, is just reflecting your reality.
Absolutely.
Have you gotten that Cadillac fixed yet? Come on, PreKayy. Come on, dude. I will
Dude,
do it for you.
Not, man. I'm telling you, they work me so much there. For sure. Let's get it.
By
But
the way,
I'm taking some time off this next week to get it fixed up. So we'll.
okay, that's cool. I want to see that right
You
next
can
time.
do it.
I want to see that on the John Clay Wolf shows that you finally got it up and running.
I always wonder what's the next step. You're getting a lot of press lately. I mean, you're being seen and heard in appearances and things. What's the next step? Where does the next step flip over into what the next?
I thought we talked about that.
Is it
Birdman's
part-time?
coming
Next
up.
level.
Yeah, the next step is my meeting with Birdman. Apparently, shit.
God, you looking forward to that?
Yeah, boy. See you out there doing your thing.
Because I don't know. I mean, I was in a band
Pearly
when I was
gates to
20,
Hollywood.
and our deal was we finally broke down and hired a manager, and he went out and talked to bar owners and got us gigs. And we worked and got money, bought better equipment and better instruments, and wrote our own songs. And over the course of a couple of years, we were playing more places, and it could have gone, but our drummer and our bass player got hooked on methamphetamine and broke up the
Yeah,
band. So
that can throw a wrench in things.
That'll derail some
yeah.
shit.
But you're still in it. You're
See,
still
the problem
doing it.
is that the drummer and bass player got hooked up on meth. You guys were obviously not.
Yeah.
You're doing acoustic sets over here. Well, they're playing punk rock on the fucking
Yeah,
rhythm.
if you had done the meth as well, y'all would have been successful.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. If you guys would have hit up the meth, y'all would have been on the same brain level and be coming out with, who knows, the next level of grunge rock or something.
It was an all right band, but I'm just saying, you do shows. The press is starting to happen. People are starting to know your name. You're on a radio program where people learn about you, and then they go to Facebook and check you out. They go to your Instagram and check you out. Like, what happens? What's the step that happens? I mean, do you look for representation at this point?
I have like small goals, and then big goals. The big goal is really to just, be able to, support my entire lifestyle off of music.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's the long-term goal.
And everything else is kind of action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And small-term goals,
And those CBD.
like I got a new mixtape coming up.
What's it
Check
called?
me out at PreKayy on Instagram, on Twitter. Not fuck around. I don't want to do the shameless mixtape plug. You feel me?
Can we play some of that?
What do you mean
Actually
by
cue that up?
Yeah, can we cue that up? Play the fucking PreKayy. I get yelled at so much by John. I'm like I want to yell at somebody now.
This is how I show my love.
Okay, it's a mixtape, so that means just a tape of you.
Well,
whatever.
it's like stolen beats. I'd call it an album.
Mm-hmm.
I worked on it like an album, but I don't have license to sell it.
Okay.
It's kind of
Derivative works.
it's just for promotional use only.
Okay.
So if you buy the CD, you're only buying the CD case. The music comes free. Government, I ain't selling this shit. Okay, you can't sue me if I'm just selling plastic cases.
The way Vanilla Ice
true.
told it to Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh,
He what?
I don't know if this is gonna hold up in court, but we'll try.
Yeah, I remember seeing a video of Vanilla Ice trying to defend the beats. It was like, no.
Yeah.
This is like dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
And mine
is
was
like dun, dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun.
There's no symbols
the
at the
fuck?
end.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
I remember
what do
the
you
week
mean?
that Vanilla Ice was on Saturday Night Live, early 90s, and Dennis Miller on Weekend Update started his little part of the show
Okay.
with music back then. It was always like a rock music, and they're playing Under Pressure.
Okay.
Doom, 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 doom. And he looks right in the camera and says, God, I love Bowie. The night that Vanilla Ice is on the show.
Yeah.
Just to,
Yeah. There's a barb for you.
what the fuck happened to Dennis Miller, man? He used to be so
Straight.
cool.
He was on
take
Monday
some
Night
baby
Football
steps.
for a year, and then after that, I kind of just stopped. Dennis Miller is like the Republican version of Bill Maher.
Yeah, he's gone right wingy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know when that happened.
I'd like to see them debate. That'd be funny.
He's still his classical references are priceless.
Yeah.
I wonder where that point of view comes from.
Somebody told me when Dennis Miller wrote his comedy, he would like write it all out like a script, and then we'd go back through it, and try to replace words with, I can make that a funnier word. And they'd like replace words and stuff. He wouldn't always use them. You know, work it out and stuff. But that was one of his techniques that I thought was pretty crazy. I mean,
I believe he is a
I can
serious
see that
cat.
Yeah.
You know?
Attention to detail.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
A lot of comedians are really serious people.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean, you take the business aspect of it completely seriously, and then you go up on stage and act a fool and talk about your dick and all that. As long as it draws money, that's
At the end of the day, you cash that check, baby. Okay.
I'm very intrigued. I've always wondered how that gets done.
Yeah, let's say I think you ought to try your hand at some stand-up, Bob. I think
I'd love to too. I just don't know how, man. Never done. They put me up there in a couple of times, a couple of places. I worked in commercial radio for years, and we, some bar would have a stand-up night, and I'd be the MC and bring them on. And they were always like, "Well, you should. Do you do any stand-up? You should do some stand-up." I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean?"
Yeah.
What the fuck do you mean?
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Birdman. You want to be a comedian?
Hey, you want to be a comedian, Playboy?
All they're saying is that you're funny and you should try it out.
Like funny how? I'm fucking funny. What's so fucking funny about me, Henry?
No.
I'd love to see it. I told myself that I would kind of frequent the clubs when I got down here, but I've only been here a year, so.
Okay.
I think if you tried comedy, one step where you might be surpassed already is knowing who you are when you're on stage.
Yeah, we call that finding our voice.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think you
that
already
sounds
know your voice.
inspirational.
So
Yeah,
I think
right?
if you got on stage,
Oh,
that's one thing you wouldn't have.
shit.
I haven't found my voice yet. I don't know who I am on stage yet. I don't know. I go out there and I do certain things, and for me, it's like I'm more natural when I'm doing something the very first time. So I need to figure out how I can do that with things that I've practiced over and over and over again.
I can't tell you how much of a benefit living alone is, man. I'm in there talking to myself all the time.
Yeah, right?
Practice, rehearsal, That's I do that for the radio show. But
Yeah.
I'm sure it transfers.
Yeah.
I feel like it probably transfers to stand-up comedy.
I think so, in a way. I mean, like you already sit down and you already write down bits for the radio, bits that you want to go over.
Sure.
Now it'd be kind of like working out those bits, only like not being a squirrel or something like that. You're not going to be a squirrel when you say that, but it's still pretty funny if I say that, just as a person.
Yeah.
I'm not Tony Romero's stepdad or granddad or dad. Tony Romero's dad, which is hilarious. Have you ever heard his? Oh, no, I don't think so. He's got a character called Tony Romero's dad.
Okay.
Can you do it without the sound things, or do you need the?
Yes, this is no voice technique. There's no electronic manipulation to
Do you remember any of those bits?
Romero. It's just that fell right. That fell into place so accidentally.
Yeah.
That
It was
we.
right at the time Romo got hurt.
Yeah, well,
Last time.
Romo
Oh, okay.
fell down,
I
and
was like, which time?
he was still a cowboy. We didn't know how injured he was.
Yeah.
And so Charlie and I brainstormed about the show. And this is when I was still in Bowie. I just came in Saturday for shows. And he said, well, his dad is Mexican. I said, what? I did some research, and I looked him up on Wikipedia. I'm pretty sure it's true. His dad is Mexican, and his mother is a Polish Jew.
Okay.
It's a very unique combination.
This is true. Her name really isn't Kamila Dubakowski.
No, it's not Kamila
We made that up.
my wife.
Because we were saying, we hadn't heard Tony speak at that time, really.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what he sounded like.
Yeah.
So we were going to talk to Tony Romo, and I called Charlie back, and I said, did you know his mom is, like, Polish, and his dad's Mexican? He goes, what? I said, I'm not fucking shitting you, dude. That's what makes Tony so accident-prone. He goes, what? Why would he be accident-prone? Because he's Polish.
Are the Polish known for that, or what?
Well, I mean, I don't think it's a terrible ethnic slur to this is just an amalgamation of cultures.
Uh-huh.
This is what made him so accident prone. And so he said, we'll try it, you know. So I thought, well, we'll make Tony Romo's dad have a really deep, thick, you know, second generation, upright Mexican-American presentación.
You know, some of the words you say, some of the words you say on there, I'm like, that's not Spanish.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's
Absolutely.
El español me es no bueno. Right?
Dude, I also I remember when I heard that for the first time, and then I remember it was right about the era. Sorry, right about when PreKayy had just started interning there.
Yeah.
So it's funny because I heard you your first couple of weeks of being an intern. It was kind of funny, like, wow, that's PreKayy back then. Like you didn't even have your radio voice yet.
Yeah, man, I was probably nervous as shit that first time. I was like,
quiet.
I'm gonna be on the radio.
Yeah, like
Don't mess up.
You know, I'm the intern.
yeah, I was like, what's up? And then they saw, because I came in there, you know, pretty much how I am, you know, and then they said, who the fuck is this white boy? You know what I'm saying? They said, let's get him on the fucking radio.
Why is he talking like that?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. You know, so they was like, who the fuck are you? Who do you think you are? And I think I heard Bobbo say it one time. It was something you said, like the natural characters, you know, something like that.
Oh, where he said
If I-
like
if
you
I
have
think
natural, like if
Yeah.
you have natural swag or something like that.
Charismatic
the
ability.
exact
Yeah.
word, because I'm high. Damn it.
Well, if I said it, I definitely meant it.
Yeah.
Violates
I
3
mean,
and 4.
it was a great, you know, just way of saying. And what
Authenticity
I
of
always say,
character, man.
and what I always say, you know, it ain't on me, it's in me. So,
Yeah, I hear you. I
You
hear
know,
you say
so
that all the time.
and they saw that, so they just said, well, let's fucking put this motherfucker on the radio. We'll get him to say something ignorant every show, you know, and it worked out.
It's working
It
good.
absolutely worked out.
It's working good.
Yeah.
We just PreKayy didn't have a proper microphone until 9 months ago.
This
is true. This is true. He had one, but they had him running through a little mixer deal that wasn't adjusted or tweaked, and we got last time our engineer was in the studio, we had him tweak it up, put him on a different channel. I think that channel was kind of bad. That's one of these PC2.
It used to sound like y'all used to call me in from the
Hey,
moon or
PreKayy,
something.
PreKayy, get on the mic.
Yeah, why does he sound like a fucking report from Vietnam or something on a walkie-talkie and shit?
Yeah, it sounded like you were calling in.
Yeah, for real.
Victor Charlie's in the trees.
The show grows at this time. The show grows well. I mean, I'm nervous as fuck. You know, I'm the producer of the program officially, so I've got to collect all the audio, all the data and stuff. And John constantly complains about your choices of what I think's funny.
I've heard him say that. Like,
I think
who picked this song?
2/3 of that is him fucking with me. But then I've got that uncertainty all the time because I've never done radio on this level before.
Sorry.
So I don't know. You know, I get just a little bit of the nerves about it because I've never done it at this level before. I've never taken an SAT.
Okay.
You know, I got a job in radio as a senior in high school.
Okay.
And I'm still alive.
One thing I wanted to ask you, because you asked PreKayy, when did you feel like, at what point in your career did you feel like, you know, the wagon was really starting to move and like, I can do this for a living? This isn't just a hobby, like, you know, this is going to be it.
I got hired in Wichita Falls, which is a modest-sized town in Texas, and made a living.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've always loved it, man. It's, you know, I played records for many, many years in radio. And I was stuck in country radio for 10 years.
Yeah.
And I got used to it.
You got used to it,
figured out how to stand it. But I come from that kind of environment. You know, my father's a fiddle player.
Oh, okay.
His father made and played fiddles, and I was raised on country music. The real shit.
Yeah.
So, it's part of my background, but I'm a glass half full type too, so I'm not going to sit around and cry most of the time.
Yeah.
PreKay's seen me cry more than anybody in the last year.
After we get away from them auctions, man, you be like, man, fucking bullshit. This is fucked up.
I do, man.
Are the auctions like the hardest aspect of what you do?
Nah, we run a PreKayy showed me
just
how to do this.
nonstop,
We run a video wall on 2 separate lanes facing each other.
Okay.
And I've got the cars in 17 and 16. He's got the cars in 17.
Okay.
You know what?
And we ride in together. We have to ride into Dallas together. So I probably communicate with you on a day-to-day basis more than anybody I know right now. Yeah, I got an old neighbor, Bill, at 62, likes to come over and drink beer, play cards. Some of the old guys around my apartment. Yeah, I'm almost an old guy. I'm fixing to be an old guy. But we communicate a lot that way. But it gives us an opportunity to come up with bits and ideas, and you know, we discuss the dynamic of the show a lot. You know, so that doesn't make us the brains of the operation, but.
Well,
Close to it as we have. Close to brains as we have, I think,
have
right
a
now.
coup here soon.
Charlie's a car whore. He's totally out of the car business. He's totally out of the show business
he's
now.
busy.
Oh, really?
Jeremy Turley, you sold out. Fucking.
What do you mean he's out of the show business?
I'm just fucking around.
Oh, okay. I was
Turley has done my job for so many years, and sell cars and go pick them up. There used to be, you know, 3 of us in the whole office. We'd go multiple times to bring 12 cars from CarMax in Irving. We'd all get in the van. Connie would drive us. We'd go there and get 3 cars and drive back. Go there and get 3 cars and drive back. It's 4 trips. The CarMax in Irving, it's practically, you know, in McKinney, way out there. That's how we started. Charlie produced the show and did all that. Now he just comes in and runs the board on the show. He helps with stuff that, you know, he'll totally do anything.
Yeah.
Immaculate professional, you know, wicked smart.
Yeah.
Terrible sense of humor. He's your practical joker. Not a terrible sense of humor. A very mean-spirited sense of what's funny and what's fucking not. You know.
He sounds like my kind of guy.
Yeah.
It works.
What about a dead cat's not funny? Like, you know,
Smell.
Charlie, you know what you did. Say what you did. You know what you did.
Attorney's cool. I love when he comes in and says something on the show.
Oh yeah.
Well,
he's a funny cat in his own right.
Yeah, he
man.
can be a serious cat too. You know, we got a great dynamic.
Oh,
JD's
JD's
our
the
anchor.
fucking coolest, man.
JD is. He's like the cool dad. You know, I'm the cool dad that coming around. Yeah, kids, I'll drink and not drink.
Shit.
But
That
you guys
weekend
can drink
day.
at the house.
Hey
man.
kids, I used to get all fucked up like you. Yeah.
Try this. It's a strawberry Cheerio. What? That shit
Hell
ain't gonna
yeah.
get me high, man.
Yeah, shit. I love JD.
You ain't high. This CBD ain't pot, man. That
Wait,
shit.
was that you that snorted the
BC
BC
powder? Yeah.
Oh, that was a fucking day. That was the show, man. Because you did that shit in the start of the show
Why
or
did
something.
you do that?
And that shit fucked him up.
How hungover were you that you thought that was a good idea?
You know what? I held the passion of my convictions. I had the courage of my conviction. In conversation, John was, I'm going to take his BC powders. I said, why don't you just snort it, man?
It's an idea. It's
You
an
can't
idea.
snort a BC powder. Charlie's like, yeah, you can't snort a BC powder. JD's like, well, I don't know. I said, fuck yeah, you can snort it. You can snort anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're not supposed to
I
snort
said,
cocaine
dump it out. I'll do it. Show you motherfuckers.
This has like a frat house vibe to it.
Yeah,
Like,
it was.
Google it. No, it won't kill him.
It
All right.
totally was.
Why don't
That's
you
what
snort
it
it?
came
You can't
off.
snort it. You can snort anything. I get all bowed up serious. You know. That's a bad. I got that little guy.
But like your voice when you're saying that, you sound so confident when you're saying it on the radio.
Oh yeah.
You're just of course you can snort, man.
You can snort
Yeah.
anything.
Snort whatever you want.
It hurt so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
drip.
It hurt so
Yeah,
bad for
alright.
so long.
You talk about how much you hurt. That's
You ever-
what he said.
You ever buy a bucket of paint and you're doing just a special like your porch rail or something? You're not using the whole bucket, so you cap it back off and stick it in the garage well.
Yeah.
And you clean out the garage. 9 years later, you come that bucket of paint.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is good. And you open it up and it's solid, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It's dried paint. You can turn it upside down. You can cuss at it. You can poke holes in the bottom. It's not coming out. My head was like that for 10 hours. It gummed me right up. I was like a fucking. You ever see a pug? Those little bulldogs?
Yeah.
I was like that, man.
The ones that can't breathe.
I had to breathe with my mouth for 10 hours. I'm lucky I didn't die.
Radio Gold, though.
I think it's a video.
Radio Gold, yeah, for sure. That was priceless.
It shut me down.
Priceless.
It shut me
That
down.
shit did shut you down just the whole thing, man.
I was quiet the rest of the show.
Oh, wait.
I can see how your pain would be quite amusing.
Oh,
so.
dude. Yeah, it was bad.
What got you guys to do the podcast? Like, to save the radio stuff and turn it into a podcast? Because that is fucking pretty brilliant.
We get a lot of listeners that way.
I think like maybe other stuff like maybe like the top people like what's that goddamn Jew?
Okay, so we got racial slurs.
But he's
Yeah,
Jew.
Yeah, I
He's a
think
Jew.
We've already crossed the line on a bunch of these rules.
Larry David?
No, he had that. He had
Seinfeld?
that fucking. No, he had
Shit.
that radio station. And he made a movie about it too.
Howard Stern?
Yeah, Howard Stern. I couldn't
You
think
mean
of
like
his
the
name.
radio mogul from New York?
Howard Stern
You know, the
is
Jew.
like Howard Stern's one of the other
Goddamn
people
Jew.
that like will have all their episodes on somewhere. You can find it, but not too many radio stations do that
Yeah. Well,
at all.
it's the
And-
coming wave of technology, you know.
Yeah.
It is.
If you can.
Man, you
yeah,
guys need to
should.
do more. I know you guys are busy, but like those after podcast things are awesome.
I know.
That's
Yeah, I
great
like
because
that.
you guys sound a lot more chill, a lot more left. You know, you're not worried about anything.
Yeah.
And those
We
are
do.
great. Man.
That's when we
Same
cut
motherfucker.
commercials. If we need new commercials, we
Yeah,
just
John's
John
like,
on
man,
stage.
fuck
cut
that
commercials.
guy.
You know what happened is we went on WBIG,
Uh-huh.
Big 100 in Washington, D.C., and they carry us from 8 to 11 Eastern time, which means we have to start at 7 a.m. So at noon,
Oh
we've
yeah.
been right here for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, I definitely me, I don't know about the other guys, but I think like some of us are at noon o'clock are like,
I like doing it sometimes.
Yeah, I can see.
but
that.
the podcast only
Not all the time.
content is really, I think there's a quality to it that the show doesn't have.
Yeah.
One thing is we can curse,
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
but we get it out too. Things we might not say on the radio. You know?
Yeah.
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 Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking
Uh-huh.
about.
I'll do that sometimes before I go on stage. I'll be like, fuck. Okay, it's gone. It's good.
Gotta let
Yeah,
that
on stage
flow.
we are criticized sometimes for how much we swear.
Yeah, there's guidelines, especially for introductory comics. Because when you're a new comic, if you're lucky, you get to do like a 15-minute spot at the beginning of the show. You just host the show.
Sure.
And your main goal is to just get people used to looking at the stage, pretty much. So, but there's a lot of things, a lot of waters that you can't go into because it's kind of like when you're new, you try to tackle like some dark subject matter. It's kind of like a toddler playing with a lightsaber, like you're gonna, just put that down for now. Yeah. So
Well, it's the form, though. I mean, something opened up in me a few years ago with this radio program where I thought, well, I can write bits. I don't have to just go off in random voices. We can write characters.
yeah.
And that was a plateau. When that changed,
Yeah.
it was smooth sailing for a long time. I mean, so when you're writing your material, why not be dark and why not? But you're talking about the protocol of
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big guidelines, yeah.
the new guy, the freshman protocol.
Yeah.
That's I'm fascinated by that minutia.
I got an
you know?
interesting example of that though. Like when I did a joke premise about the El Paso shooting. Like
That's
Lightsaber.
pretty funny shit.
like the following week, I think like 2 days later. and I was doing a workshop.
I thought what was really funny is they did it in Walmart. You got shopping carts every fucking where, right?
So I did.
Wait, here comes our gunman.
Oh,
Y'all edit me out of this part.
oh my
He's
God.
a strange looking kitty, isn't he? What?
just have to try to
what's
look
the-
as awkward as
I'm just
possible.
fucking with you, man. What's the? So you thought that was a great idea and you wrote a joke about it.
Yeah. What?
What was the joke?
Well, the joke. The joke is that. Shit, I can't even think of it right now. Okay.
Did you get up there and just like
no,
You done did it. You gotta say it now.
Okay.
buried
No,
it?
the joke is like I heard about that Walmart shooting and it's sad, but it would have been a lot less. It would have only been, instead of it being 22 people, it would have only been 4 people. But it's hard to run and hide when you're in a motorized cart. So that's kind of the joke.
It's hard to get away in a cart. And not only are the carts fucking slow, but the reason you're in a cart is going to
paints a picture of,
oh no!
Pop, pop,
don't get out of your cart and run, for God's sake.
Now that part, I did a word. That part, the person thought was funny.
Me and Laura have to be out in El Paso the time that shooting.
But
goddamn, it's a horrible thing. It's El Paso shooting, it's no bueno.
I lived in El Paso.
Simple as that.
And they told me that they were like, you're not the level of like a Bill Burr or Anthony Jeselnik to be saying that kind of joke.
It's their lightsaber. And you're gonna cut your fucking leg off.
I thought it was kind of cool to me in my head that the person compared me to those 2 comics, because those 2 are some of the comics that I look up to and I would love to be like. Yeah. So how do I take that in a negative way?
Well, no, you don't. You don't. That's you were talking about finding your voice earlier, but also your palette. When it occurred to me, I can actually write these pieces for character. You cross a plateau. It's not an unfunny joke. There would have only been 4, except that those scooters are so fucking slow. Maybe it's delivery. Maybe there's a certain way to say it.
Because there's so many people at Walmart in those shopping carts.
The motorized
I'm always running into one.
And most of them are real big too, so they're big targets.
Right, even off the cart, they're pretty easy shot.
I was gonna ask you. You said you worked at Walmart before you started in radio. I was wondering, has it always been a congregation point for just batshit crazy?
Well, no.
Down. Yeah.
Walmart came to Bowie in 1978.
Okay.
Bowie's a town of 5,000 population.
Okay.
Small town. And it took 10 years for them to put the other department stores in town out of business. I mean, they didn't just come in and instantly own everything. We closed at 9 o'clock. We'd clean up our department, be out by 9 or 9. They had a rule about school kids working there. Everybody at Walmart was from Bowie.
Okay.
So everybody knew everybody at Walmart. And we didn't realize, we didn't go to Dallas to shop at Walmart. We had a Walmart. We went to Dallas to shop at Dillard's.
Yeah.
We didn't have a Dillard's. So when Walmart started opening super centers, and I saw my first one in Wichita Falls in the year 2000, was the beginning of the end. If you want, they stopped selling beer at midnight except for Saturdays, but if you want some fucking Nutter Butters, all right, and it's 3 in the morning,
and I've been there. Yeah,
you can get them.
Yeah.
Now, what is your perception of level of decorum necessary for Walmart at 3 o'clock in the morning? They're going to be jammies. They're going to be jammies. They're going to be jammies. They're going to be undies. They're going to be Confederate bikinis shopping at Walmart.
Intoxicants are involved.
And why does that only apply to 3 o'clock in the morning?
Hey, Bob, can you scoot over just a little bit?
What about 10 a.m.?
There you go.
Why the hell not? It's a
fucked
slippery slope.
I've been fucking up at Walmart at 10 a.m.
So was Walmart like...
Did I slide out again? I'm trying to not even be aware of the
right there you could. Yeah, they have. Shit, you from it. So okay, so Walmart was like your, like nowadays we have the mall, the hangout spot. Is that what Walmart was like?
Yeah, in Bowie. And it still is today. We've got 20 of them down here in Dallas Fort Worth. You can't carry a firearm there anymore. That's last week. Yeah.
Wait, you couldn't before?
I guess. I don't know.
Last week.
Would you have been surprised if they confiscated a firearm on somebody at Walmart? I wouldn't.
No, I don't know.
That's the dark part of my personality. Sometimes I get a little fucking worried about where society's headed, man. When I go to Walmart and I look around and think about it. That's why I just got to smile just like that, man.
Yeah.
Everybody I see, I say, hello there.
So
I literally do.
Oh, that's funny.
So you equate what's happening in the world in the U.S. by what's happening by your local Walmart by how the scenery is, or is that what you're saying?
I think it's a valid testing ground.
The Walmart,
I think if you want a lot of sociological information now today, I can find you 100 specimens to look at for a short, brief, fleeting time.
Yeah.
As they roll their cart past yours.
Yeah.
Especially on Black Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. I fucking love Black
Black Friday too, man.
Dude, I fucking
Dude,
love
we should
Black
go Black
Friday.
Friday shopping this year
Fuck
together.
yeah, we're gonna grab
wanna
some
do
TV
that?
stuff for real.
You wanna
Straight
get,
up.
You wanna like burn a couple and then go.
Just spend way too much money at Best Buy.
Let's do that.
But it's the one time you're in Best Buy in the year, you know what I'm
Oh, we should
saying?
totally do that this year, man. Just go out and do that.
I think it's
love
just a
doing that.
microcosm. I think it's we're all familiar, you know, and it's what you could expect, the weirdness you could expect to see at Walmart 15 years ago is nothing like, wouldn't even surprise you at all today.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
You know,
I
mean,
need to shop at more Walmarts then. I'm always going to Kroger.
I
I like Kroger.
Dude.
Hey, Albertsons?
No, fuck
Dude.
I fucks with
No,
that.
fuck that.
I
Albertsons
fucks
is
with
too
that
expensive.
Albertsons
Get out of here,
place.
white boy.
No, I've actually thought about
Hey,
going.
don't let me catch you in an Albertsons, cuz. Alright?
Good chicken.
we better
Straight
throw a line at
Albertsons
Tom
is a
Thumb while
total
we're
white
here.
person store, though.
And I love that shit, man.
Yeah.
White people know grocery shopping,
This
cuz.
is why, see, this is why you're not hooking up with
Because I'm
black
fucking
girls.
around at Albertsons.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna find my
Yeah,
ebony
out of
queen
there.
at Albertsons.
Look,
Couponing, trying to find your soulmate.
Everybody knows that if you want a Latino girlfriend, you hit up the fucking
Latina.
Fiesta, I gotta go to
Latina
Fiesta.
girlfriend.
Fiesta, or you hit up the pulga, you know, the fucking the pulga right here.
Hey man, I'll just go to
I don't know
Grand
what the
Plaza,
English word
baby.
for it is.
Buddha.
Oh, the flea market. The flea market right here off of in
Oh,
Arkansas.
sure, yeah. We got one on
Trader's
over on
Village.
Oh, I know what you're
yeah.
talking about.
Trader's
Yeah, I saw it on
Village,
the way
man.
in.
You
Sure.
guys ever go to Trader's
Lock my
Village?
doors.
I
That's
haven't.
like
I keep
Little
hearing
Mexico.
about it.
You never gone there?
If there was not a Cowboys game today, I'd probably go over
It's
there.
like Little Mexico, man. You walk in, you can find anything you want to buy.
I love that.
Valium? Do they
I
have
found a
Valium?
little Vietnamese.
Do they have any- You can what? You can buy Vietnamese children?
Where's he at? What,
Oh, someone sell that little motherfucker to
that's-
Birdman.
what's he doing with him?
That's
I don't
that's
think
how
a Vietnamese
crazy
kid
the
right
stuff
there.
is at Trader's Village. You can find whatever you want there, man.
I was making. This is literally true. It came up last night at my house. I had two of my neighbors hanging around, and somehow Trader's Village came up, and I said, "Oh yeah, it's fabulous. You can go out." I was this close to buying a fucking marmoset out there last month. It's marmoset, like a
Marmoset?
tiny monkey.
What
I
the
found-
Oh, what?
I was like, yeah, and finally the guy wouldn't sell it to me because he said he was afraid I wouldn't take care of it. And I'm telling him, I'm just making this up, but yeah, Trader's Village came up.
He's probably right.
It's a great story.
Yeah. He's probably right not to sell you a tiny monkey. He probably shouldn't be selling
No.
tiny monkeys at all.
Bobbo needs the monkey.
No, because
Bobbo needs the monkey.
his
Look
wife,
at him.
his wife, his
What
wife,
the fuck you doing to a tiny monkey?
his
I
wife
don't
is in
know,
the
but
background.
it looks like it matches
Diaper
that.
on it.
His wife is in the background behind him. And he's thinking about it. She's going, no, se la do what to kill, die. I'm like, what does that mean? And I went home and I looked it up and I couldn't remember exactly how she said it, but I think she thought I was gonna fuck that monkey.
No way, dude.
Jesus
Christ. Oh, no
How
way.
big was it? Like,
I was going to fuck
Yeah.
the monkey.
No, and I'm going back next Sunday, man. I'm gonna tell that motherfucker, listen.
Listen here, I'm gonna fuck that monkey.
I think there's been a misunderstanding.
No, you should totally go for it, man.
Now listen, I'm willing to go to $140 cash today,
that's beautiful.
just
Straight up.
to ease her racist fucking paranoia. Right?
Oh,
That's terrible. I should save that for my stand-up act.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's a good one right there, baby.
I think she. No, I couldn't remember exactly what she said. I went home and looked it up. But I think his wife thought I was going to fuck that monkey.
Why? Why did you think that?
Do I look like I would fuck a monkey?
You look like a monkey
You kind of
fucker.
look like Dr.
What the
Moreau.
fuck?
yeah, the Ellen
You know
Dr.
he
Moreau,
was
the
doing some
hat.
wild shit.
Yeah, about to say, did you have like the Jurassic Park hat on?
Yeah, no, and these people.
That might have sold.
No, and these people weren't even Mexican, man. That's the thing. Like I was like,
So if they thought you were Mexican, it'd be okay?
no, these people weren't even Mexican.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know why she was speaking Spanish. Get in the bag.
they speak Spanish in other
They were
countries.
Asian.
They speak Spanish in
Asian
Peru.
but speaking Spanish.
Maybe that's the other fucking Colombians. Estos fucking Colombians, send me the monkey.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, forget. I don't know where that came from.
Indiana Jones.
either.
Indiana Jones. I think it was the third one when the monkey ate the dates and he died.
Poor monkey.
Indiana Jones 5. Monkey fucker.
That's very close. You like sampling.
I
That's
have
very
no
close to
idea.
a Peter
I
Gabriel
have no
song.
idea what he thinks about
really.
us right now.
Fuck the monkey.
I'd like to see you auction off the monkey. Like you're auctioning and you're trying to buy the monkey. No.
Put the monkey in a Confederate flag bikini.
I think it'd be a 15.5 for the monkey.
I remember what I was gonna say about the auctions that you guys do. How wild are those things?
Oh,
That's
man.
pretty awesome.
Because the way you guys make it sound on the radio, like it is like crazy down there. Almost like going to like a theme park and watching the fucking fucking Asians do their little twirls on something's exciting. In other words,
It's a cacophony of sound.
how do you get into those? Like how does a person like just go into see that?
A dealer's license.
You have to have a
I think
dealer's
anybody
license,
can walk
for
in
sure.
there. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe as a guest.
Yeah.
You know, but if you're just
I
like,
know.
hey, I'm here to see the cars,
Because I would
they're not
love
gonna let you in.
I would love to
They're
go
gonna
see
say,
you guys in
"Fuck
action,
off."
man.
You just,
I
you know
would
what?
love to go see you guys in action.
Wear jeans and a golf shirt. Look like they do.
Yeah, but they're gonna be
Yeah,
like,
look
"What's
like
that
they-
brown guy doing
No,
in
no,
that?"
because there are a lot of people coming and going. Nobody's watching anybody. Some of them have dealer stickers on. Some of them don't. Walk in the front door, down the stairs, and you're on the lanes. Go down to 16 and 17. That's where we are.
Yeah.
But when you're there and doing it, the auctions are going. They're not just going in our lanes. They're going in 22 different lanes.
Yeah, it's not just us.
So you hear the guy behind you, and the guy that you're with,
Okay, here's a question
I can
I
hear
need to
PreKay's
ask.
guy,
What is the brown person to white person ratio?
Oh, it's very multicultural, man.
Very
Is it?
multicultural.
Straight
Because-
up.
Everybody loves
White
cars.
folks, black
Because it's
folk,
very
Hispanic folk,
multicultural.
Middle Eastern,
I might
Asian.
be able to walk through there without being unnoticed. 'Cause
Antarcticans?
I look
Because-
Hispanic.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
also
you look just like a wholesale cars buyer.
Because
Actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not that clean looking.
Yeah, you
And you don't have to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I want to go down there and
it's
watch
a money
some of
business,
those.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And every race loves money.
I wanna
You know
go
what I'm
down
saying?
and
So
see
they're
some
all
of
there
those.
to make the money, baby.
Fuck yeah, I love money. I can
Whole
trade
lot
for
of money
shit.
flowing in that bitch, man.
Oh, dude,
Real.
yeah.
I mean, we got these, $100,000 cars going
Yeah.
down the lane. That's really what I like to see, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just the Bentleys and the
Yeah.
Porsches and
Okay.
the Lambos.
Oh man, $150,000, $200,000. You know, those Maserati once in a while, you know.
You see some beautiful cars.
What's the nicest one you've ever seen? It was just like, God
Dan? The most expensive one that we had was a Lamborghini.
Okay.
Arctic white Lambo.
Okay,
I'm saying we
nice.
sold that thing for like 320 G's or something.
Yeah.
But one of my favorites was this Rolls Royce Phantom we had.
Okay.
Oh,
Snow
man.
White as well.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Butterscotch guts. And I mean, it's a big bad motherfucker. Like if you see a Rolls Royce, it's such a big fucking car.
Yeah.
Like fuck, and that shit was beautiful.
Yeah, you wanted to chop that car up and snort it, dude.
Straight up, straight up.
No, really,
Straight up.
the color scheme, the trim level, everything on it was just butter, man. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
My favorite was a '72 Chevy, fully restored, that came through. That we probably sold for $6,000.
Yeah, for real.
That was my first car, man.
For real.
I got feelings in this town.
What car was it?
1972 Chevy Cheyenne pickup truck.
What color was it?
I think it was blue over white.
Okay.
The original color scheme.
Okay.
I don't know. Our taste run quite different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong.
That
with it.
Rolls Royce, the Phantom was
I just said the
Bad
Rolls Royce because
motherfucker.
I ain't seen that '84 Barrett's Cadillac roll through there yet. You know what I'm saying? Once I see that motherfucker roll through the lane, I'm gonna be like, okay.
It seems like we haven't had as many of the all of a sudden the mid '90s cars. I'm not seeing.
Oh,
I don't know if we've stopped buying them or it's the time of year. The market really changes
Yeah.
over the course of the year. Thank God I don't have to know anything about cars, but
Hey, I have a question. What would like a 2000 around the range? I know you guys are in it more than I am, but I would say like a 2001 Cadillac. I'm not sure which model it is, but it has 44,000 miles on it. And my girlfriend's uncle is trying to buy it, and she wants $4,000 for it. He's trying to talk her down to $2,000 for it. Is that a good price? $2,000 for 2001 Cadillac that has like 44,000 miles.
What conditions is it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think it's good because it's driven by an old lady. So old ladies tend to keep their vehicles
That's a good sign.
very nice.
Did she smoke in
They're
it?
not hitting people.
I'm not sure.
Did she fuck it?
It's got a dent.
Did she own a
it's
monkey?
body work.
She has a monkey. I know that.
Oh, really?
That little monkey.
Wait, what? You trying to procure a monkey still? Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you what, $2,000 and you throw in a monkey.
Yeah, but one of these days.
It's not
You
for
gotta
me,
do it.
it's for Birdman.
Say, Playboy, I see you brought that monkey.
You want to get into this car show?
You want to get into the monkey business?
You're going to have to give me a fucking monkey.
Oh my God.
That's what it takes, boy. It can't be just anyone. I want a motherfucking marmoset.
Yeah.
Bring my marmoset to my house, and I'll make you a famous comedian.
I love Bobbo's Birdman impression. Hell yeah.
God damn.
How do you make that up? How do you know what he sounds like? Isn't that just what he sounds like in your head?
I'm trying to, for an hour now, I'm trying not to ask the obvious, really the most stupid question. Who is Birdman?
Yeah, who the fuck is Birdman?
Oh, God.
He's a
I
rap
realize
CEO.
he's some kind of rap mogul.
He's kind of like a Suge Knight, but not as dangerous.
Young Money Millionaires, Lil Wayne.
Yeah, you know Lil
You
Wayne,
don't know Lil Wayne?
Juvenile, BG, the Hot Boys.
Waylon
He's
Jennings.
a rapper. He's a rapper.
I got a list of artists too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, he's a rapper that just started becoming famous for finding other rappers and making music for them.
Yeah,
Okay.
Master P. But
Is he a producer? Is he? So he's a big guy.
Mm-hmm.
That is probably.
I don't
a big
even
guy
think
to
he.
say.
I mean, I know he probably has. Yeah, he's a producer. He just handles the people financially.
Yeah.
He tells them, hey, I'll give you, I'll pay you this much money for like 3-4 albums, whatever you make.
Yeah.
And then you know.
That's
You
a
gotta be my
producer.
bitch.
Yeah.
I need that.
Producer,
I need
like
that music.
Puff Daddy.
That's a producer. There's a piece.
He
coming
raps
back.
too. He does.
So-
He's not the best
Did you,
rapper.
yeah.
Did you watch Rocket Man?
I haven't.
Yeah, we watched Rocket
I was
Man.
really excited about it. My sister's favorite. When I was a kid, my sister had the Elton John Greatest Hits album, the one with
Yeah.
the big glasses,
Mhm.
the white hat.
Okay.
And so I heard a lot of Elton John growing up. She wore that fucker out. And, so I always considered him a good artist. And
Yeah.
when I got older and went out and started buying my own stuff,
Yeah.
I found other stuff he had done that wasn't the greatest hits. And
Yeah.
there's a brilliant body of work there, honestly. And everybody loved the Freddie Mercury movie.
Yeah.
There wasn't nearly as much rutting in that movie as I expected there would be.
What do you mean we're running?
Well, Freddie
Butt
Mercury,
fucking,
know.
man.
Oh, you wanted to see that? Why would you want?
I didn't want to
I
see
hope
it.
there's a lot of fucking
I didn't
in
want
there.
to see
He
it.
just wanted it to be realistic. Okay.
Yeah. This isn't authentic.
I was
Freddie
8 years old in 1979. Queen was at the height of their deal.
And how much ass
And a
was
kid
you
on the
getting?
playground said, well, but Freddie Mercury's a queer. I said, nah. I fought that kid, man.
Fought that kid.
Yeah,
for
fought
that?
him over that.
Oh,
Because he
so
called
did it
Freddie
break-
Mercury a queer.
Did it break your heart when you
There's
found out
nothing
it
wrong
was
with
true?
homosexuality, kid.
No, it's not.
But as a
Do what
kid,
you do.
As a kid, you get, you don't.
take
fought
it
back.
back.
I loved Queen when I was,
I didn't even.
third grade, fourth grade,
I
fifth
didn't
grade.
even know what gay was till I was like maybe 9, 10.
I think that's the first I ever heard of it.
Yeah.
Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury about that
He's
age.
gay. What's that? Well, he's gay. I think he sure is gay. You're gay. So I had high hopes for the Freddie Mercury movie, but I thought, God, there's going to be a lot of fucking rutting in that.
Why would you think that's what they'd concentrate on?
Well,
Guys, there's not enough Freddie Mercury butt fucking in the movie.
Look, we know he was talented. Yeah, everybody knows he could sing. All right, but let's get to the butt sex.
That's not all that mouth could
picture
do.
a man, a musical
Oh,
genius,
man.
with a body of work that's now legendary. But
my
wait
God.
until you see what he can do with his asshole. It's terrible.
Yeah.
No, but I was looking forward to the film, and guess what? They focused on the music and the dynamic of the members of the band,
Yeah.
and his first wife and his childhood. And he was not Pakistani; he was from Zanzibar, that
Yeah.
area between Pakistan and India. And so,
So what
he had
would
a
you call him?
unique cultural.
Zanzibini?
Zanzibarian.
Zanzibar.
Zanzibarian? What the
Who's from there?
fuck
I
is
said
that?
Zanzibini.
Nipu.
Not
I think not only do we
Zanzibarian.
use a racial slur, I think we just fucking invented one.
That being said, everybody loved the Freddie Mercury movie. So I'm thinking the Elton John movie is going to be equally good, and maybe they can skip the rutting too.
Mm-hmm.
But then I saw the first trailer for it, and guess what? It's, his feet are floating in the air, and people in the audience are dancing the same steps. I thought, oh no, they made a fucking musical out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I actually enjoyed it though.
It's probably a good film. I'll get around to it.
Of course I don't like musicals.
I lost enthusiasm for it.
Because I have a lot of testosterone in me. But I can.
No, it's not that. I don't enjoy music.
I need to hold on.
You don't like musicals?
Yeah, what's wrong with
I like Grease. Yeah, I like Grease.
Grease
South
is one of
Park?
those three.
The South Park movie got nominated for a fucking Grammy. Thank you.
I haven't seen the South Park.
Grammy-winning South Park.
The South Park.
They do musical stuff, actually, don't they?
Yeah, because that whole theater one that they do. Oh shit! What's the theater? It's called
Book of Mormon.
Cats.
Yeah, the Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon. Cats. Yeah, that is. Yeah, that thing they do on Broadway. The Cats thing.
They get to play. Right.
Here's what when I saw that movie. Here's what I liked about it. Okay, it put introspective in his life, and then the music that came out while he was going through that. So it's kind of like you see how the music would reflect and changes the tone in the movie throughout the movie.
Okay.
But like, it's like if you listen to an album and you're thinking like, what would be what would that person be going through when they listen to that song or when they create that song?
Right.
And to me, that's when I watched it. That's what I felt like. I felt like the song's coming to visual, almost like a music video. With a little story to the music video. That's what I got out of the movie. So I thought it was pretty damn enjoyable.
It's probably a perfectly good film. I will get around to it. But when I saw the first trailer for it, I lost enthusiasm.
Very emotional and sad and traumatizing.
You asked me anyway.
Growing as a family.
Yeah, I got that on High School Musical 2. God, Zac Efron was in the gym. I think I'm just making shit up to make you look at me like I'm musical 2.
Yeah, I was about to say, what?
2, not the first one. I came back for number 2. Can't get enough of Zac Efron.
I haven't seen the first one.
Thank you for that, man.
Too. Great.
Thank you for that, man. I was hoping you were fucking joking.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
God.
Me too. I was all
See,
like,
High School 5. I'm a 35-year-old fucking man.
I was like,
No, but there are three musicals that I give any credence to. And those are Grease, Xanadu, and Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
I haven't seen Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
They're good ones. Music Man.
There's a movie. There's a movie that's a musical, and it's not supposed to be a comedy, but it is a comedy to me.
Unintentional comedy is
and
sometimes the best.
it is Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh, really?
Did you ever hear about that movie?
I've never seen it.
Oh, it was a sensation when I was little.
I
never saw it. My parents wouldn't let me watch it when it came on network TV.
Funny. It is hilarious. What makes it even funnier is that one of the Afro guys with a big old Afro, the white dude with the Afro, he was a porn star.
I've still never seen it.
He was a porn star.
How does it end?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Can I tell you something?
But I would watch it when I was on LSD. I think that's why it was also hilarious.
PreKay's like, here he goes.
I was on a lot of acid when I watched it too.
I turned off my religion about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Why didn't you do it sooner?
What led to that? What was the turning point, I guess?
It just occurred to me that my moral imperative didn't have to come from, somebody else.
Yeah. That's understandable. I kind of feel that way too.
It was a long period of time. I don't hate anybody, and everybody, you practice what you want to practice.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not going to play ball.
Do what makes you happy. But yeah, I'm the same way. I'm not very religious at all.
As long as you're being friendly to people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not being a bad person.
Yep.
Jesus had some of the best ideas ever about how we should treat each other, and I'm down with that. Do unto others, leave people alone, don't be the bad guy. That's enough for me.
Yeah. And I mean, the morality of it, I think, is important, and I think the message is good. But I don't know, everything.
It's a little morally ambiguous, though.
Sometimes, yeah, it can
in the early parts,
Yeah, that first book.
It was the Noah. It was the Noah story. It was the literal interpretation of the Noah story that first got it into my, put a bug in my ear when I was
what?
9 or 10. I thought, where did Noah get a penguin? Where did Noah get an armadillo?
Yeah.
And it's obviously caused by geographic isolation. There's no,
The frog would eat the mosquito.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Noah grabbed 2 grasshoppers.
Well, it's obviously a fable written to explain ideas of obedience and redemption and those things. And, the Jewish people are great at writing stories, and they're showbiz, right? It feels like a fable to me.
And
but I'm all wrong.
Why are there flamingos?
Why? Right.
There's your answer in the Bible. Noah brought them.
Yeah, that's why there are no unicorns, because they didn't make it onto the ark. Well,
but
son of a
snails,
bitch.
Noah got them.
Snails
That's why we got snails.
Yeah.
T-Rexes, no. Alligators.
They fucked up. They weren't allowed on.
I decided it was ridiculous, and that started me to really thinking about it. And I saw somebody on TV somewhere and said, "Take a year off and see how you feel."
Yeah.
And I felt a lot better and more intelligent.
Yeah.
Come to find out. How about that? So my family's not pissed at me. They're still.
Are we still talking about you not being religious?
That's good.
Yeah. We don't have to talk about it at all. It was in the conversation for a sec.
I think my mom let me stop being religious when I started hiding in the sheets to where I wouldn't get on the bus no more.
What?
The bus to church or something?
Yeah, the bus to church.
Really?
I was like 13.
Mom, it's fucking
boring.
I don't want to go. Yeah.
I kind of realized now that I'm older why I was so afraid of going. Because in Iowa, I've always felt like I was being looked at funny.
Catholic, raised Catholic. I got you.
And I don't know what kind of church. And then I as I grew older, I was like, oh, they were looking at me funny because I was the only brown person in the whole church.
I can't understand how being in a room full of white people might make people uncomfortable. We're savages, man.
Yeah, we are.
Pilgrimage.
And I never thought.
We've got
thought
a
that's
very
why
bad
it
track
was.
record.
Diablo Blanco.
Yeah.
So I would hide in we had a stack of where we put our sheets. I would hide in that pile of sheets.
Dirty sheets?
No, they're folded up in green.
Because you didn't want to go to church.
Because I didn't want to go to church.
I went 18 years of my life until they couldn't make me go anymore.
Yeah.
But I always carried it with me. But as a 12, 13, maybe even 11, I always felt a little ridiculous about some of the dogma of it. I swear, who wrote that?
Yeah.
Why did they write it? What are they trying? What are they selling me? What do they want me for?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Put $1 in the box.
How can I skip this and be okay?
Man, I was kind of raised Catholic. I was pseudo raised Catholic. I went to mass with my mom and stuff. And then in high school, I met a buddy, and his dad was the pastor of a Pentecostal church. And I went from Catholic. I would start going to Pentecostal church on Wednesdays, and oh my goodness, that was different.
Yeah, they got a lot of energy. I was Baptist, so we just sat for a speech once a week.
What's the difference between them? Anybody?
Oh, there are wild differences. There's a thing called Pentecost in the New Testament where people are filled with the Spirit and dance and speak in tongues. And
that's the weird one.
Yeah, they catch the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, it's wild.
Well, I mean, they didn't bust
I went
out
with
any
a friend of mine.
rattlesnakes or anything.
When I was a kid, I went with a school friend of mine, and they were Pentecostal.
That's
it's
where you
crazy
draw
deal.
the line, rattlesnakes?
Yes, I draw the line at rattlesnakes.
Feels like hysteria to me, but they're doing it. They're in there doing it. They're well, it's 2:00. They're not out there doing it now. They were
Not right this
They
second.
were a couple hours ago.
Hey, and probably in a couple hours, 5 or 6.
Yeah. You ever see the Blues Brothers?
Yes.
Church scene, James Brown. That's basically a
I need to
Pentecostal
rewatch it again.
meeting.
But
Yeah.
okay.
It was interesting, especially from the Catholic background. Like, we stand in line, we get our wine, we get our body of Christ, we go sit back down, and then those people catching the Holy Ghost, speaking in tongues, and everybody's gathered around them. It's like, this is different.
Yeah, man, I don't know shit about religion.
Ritual.
Yeah,
Ritual.
That's the only thing I never learned anything about religion.
I got to thinking about the state of the earth. It's we're living on this sphere, and if God did exist, maybe He's smart enough to have appeared to other cultures in shapes and forms that they would find familiar.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe I can't think of any of the Hindu gods, but maybe Buddha was an incarnation of it. Maybe then I got to thinking, wait a minute, am I being an apologist because I'm believing in magic fairy tales that were forced upon me by a child?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, and it's been a long deal, and I've come around to where I don't hate anybody and I don't ridicule anybody for it anymore. Other times, if those fuckers pound on me, man, I'll be quite honest.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's just my stance on it. Just practice what you want to practice, do what you want to do. I am not going to play ball.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm not going to be a slave to it, man.
Yeah.
That's why I became a comic. I in a sense of I want to be as as freedom to do whatever I want as possible.
Yeah.
And I feel like being a comic is like one of the ultimate forms.
Yeah.
Of being as free as you want.
Oh, that's expression, man. Yeah. Yeah, straight to multiple, human beings at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah.
And you can do whatever you like. Am I an astronaut? No. Can I be an astronaut for a 3-minute joke? Fuck yeah.
So there's imagination in it.
Yeah, the way, like
that's art.
I don't know, just
What
like
price
that,
art?
and like maybe musicians are the other ones that kind of. But even musicians have some bosses. They have people who.
Yeah, I mean, with
Somewhat.
music, you can pretty much do what you want. Because at the end of the day, it's all art.
Yeah.
And art is just expression. No matter how little or how much.
Creating something from nothing.
Absolutely.
Just don't do it
fucking
to
love art, dude.
Me
Just
too.
don't do it to a monkey.
Don't do it to me. Do it to Birdman instead. He likes it.
Birdman is an artist.
Well, guys, it's been almost 2 hours here. We'll go ahead.
Professional.
Has it really?
If you guys are ready to, we can cut this to an end right now. Or,
Well, I want to say go Cowboys before we do.
Yeah. You
First
guys got
day
any
of the
words you
season.
want to say? Any final things?
First day of the season. Antonio Brown, I'm a Raiders fan. You were such a waste of time. Take your Prozac and get your fucking shit together.
No doubt.
Do you know anything about football?
Raiders fan as well, man. I'm
Are you?
I love the
Good God.
NFL.
That's
tough.
I love the
Miss
NFL.
Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
No,
That's what I'm going to say.
that's great shit.
Cowboys are looking good this year, though. I mean, I
We
think
hope.
we'll see. You're welcome for
We'll see.
Amari Cooper. By the way, hell of a pickup.
Hell yeah.
What a bunch of dummies.
Yeah, his numbers just went right up once he got out of Oakland.
Once you got out of where?
Oakland?
Okay. Where's he at now?
Dallas.
With the Cowboys?
Yeah, he's the
that
Cowboys.
the
Where's he
newest
at
player?
now?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Like the big.
No, he played with him last year. And, so, yeah, he
Rudy
played-
no espectivo.
What? What do you say? No.
Where's he now? Where's Amari Cooper now?
Yeah.
No, Cowboys.
I don't pay attention to football at all.
New England.
Senior
Talk
Rudy.
to me about MMA. I know about MMA, but not about football.
Senior
Yeah.
Rudy is no fineo por los football.
Oh, God. Yeah, I think.
Simple as that.
You know, I should take offense to that. Like, you're
George,
pretty much
too.
mocking my language.
No,
By making
George
up
Bush
shitty
is
words.
mocking your language. Okay.
That's accurate.
Oh, I miss George Bush as president.
And he's getting cooler over time, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
A
see
little
that?
bit. Wow.
Because now he's just some old man. Before he was running the country, we were like, oh shit.
He's dropping
saw-
bombs.
Yeah.
I saw that video of him struggling with the poncho to try to open it up.
Oh, at the inauguration.
And
Yeah.
he's all like, God damn it.
And then Michelle Obama's like helping him with it and shit. He's like,
George. Here you go.
But what if that was his
his
plan the whole time? He's like, I'm gonna act stupid with this, and then Michelle's gonna come
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, right?
Oh, thank
Hey,
you,
Michelle,
Mr.
can you help
Obama.
me out?
Oh, that was a ploy, huh?
Yeah.
What
What she's actually a genius.
He may be an imbecile, but he's our imbecile.
Yo, I wouldn't be surprised if him and Michelle might be creeping, man.
You never know.
Like, she be bringing him candy on the low. Like, hey, sweetie. Hey,
You know what? I blame George Bush Sr. for losing out on $50 on a coin toss.
Coin toss.
Coin toss.
Coin toss.
Coin toss.
Dyslexic
On
I
a
am.
coin toss, 2 years ago, and because the reason why I blame him and I want him to pay. Well, he's dead, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, whenever the father dies,
Yeah.
doesn't the
Yes.
debt go to the son? So I want Bush to
Yes.
pay me my $50 because he did not flip that coin. It was just right here, and it just fell down on the floor and flopped to the other.
What coin?
What was the coin
It was a
toss
Super
for?
Bowl coin toss.
Oh, Bush Sr. threw the coin
Yeah.
toss at a ball
He,
game.
he like,
Yeah, it just dropped. That's not a coin toss. I told the guy, I was like, that's not an official coin
Coin
toss.
toss? Jesus.
Shut up, fuck
Christ.
you, Everett.
Well, that's how they do it in football, is they let it land on the ground.
Yeah, but it
They
just
don't, there's
fell.
none of this in the NFL.
Yeah.
What? No. But that's why I was expecting the coin toss. Somebody
Coin
actually,
toss.
So,
I
I wanted to actually fly in the air and hit the floor. But,
Right.
But with him just sliding off his hand, that's not official.
Was
He's
like
114 years old,
Yeah,
man.
that's my
I would
throat.
just love to see
I
you
didn't-
confront a senior George Bush.
Oh my
Just
God.
saying,
No, wait.
hey, You fucked it all up.
When I made the bet,
Form right,
Oh, man,
George.
God.
When
Fuck you,
God.
bitch.
I made the bet. I didn't know that he was the one doing the coin toss. I would have not made the bet if it was him doing
You
the
bet
coin
on a
toss.
coin toss?
You saw George
Yes.
Bush Senior. You're just like, oh,
I bet $50
fuck.
Here it
on a
goes. I
coin
knew
toss.
it.
And that's not an official coin
Would
toss.
you like to bet $50 on a coin toss again?
Yeah.
I'll do it again.
First
Why
day of the
not?
season. Double or nothing, man.
No, it's gotta be. Super
We can
Bowl.
look
It's
up
gotta
George
be
Bush
something
Jr. on
fancy.
Twitter. We can see if we can hey, you owe my friend $50.
Yeah.
Come here, George.
Yeah,
Sure.
so I want my money back.
What would George Bush's
So
ad
it's
be?
his.
Hello, Rudy.
Man,
This
that's
George
a
Bush
good
Jr.
question.
Hey, I heard you had a $50 problem with my daddy. You know he's dead, right? Fuck you.
Fuck
He
you.
lives in the
How
area.
shit was that? That's all there is to it. Hello,
Laura, you won't
hot
believe the
chocolate.
bullshit I heard
This
today.
is your marshmallow man. What are you doing, Michelle?
Hey,
So-
Michelle.
So yeah,
Laura,
I
look
want
away.
my money back. Anyway, anything else? Any guys want to say anything else?
Yeah, it's his at is actually George W. Bush Presidential Center, and it's at the Bush Center.
Oh,
So
okay.
At the Bush Center.
the Bush Center.
Wow.
Everybody
That's
who's
not
listening, please
official
send a
tweet.
tweet to George W. Bush, telling
Talk
him
shit.
telling him that his daddy was a punk bitch, and
And
that
he owes
he
Rudy
owed Rudy
$50.
$50.
He owe me $50,
know what I'm saying?
man. I want my
Hashtag
my
fuck
money.
that old man.
I want
The
my
Bush
money.
Center is that strip club out on Loop 11.
Right. You gotta get to the middle now.
Oh man! Look, guys, it's been an awesome time having you guys here.
Fuck
It's
yeah.
very good to shoot the shit with you guys. And Bobbo,
Appreciate you
really
letting me
thank
get
you
it
for,
out.
I know you're a busy man. Thank you. You're a celebrity out there in the world. But this is pretty cool that you can come and sit down and talk to us. Yeah, I thank PreKayy for having you.
Oh yeah.
For having you. For
We're
one, for
talking about
also
celebrities
for-
right there.
Also, for first having the time to come on, and then there's your second time on.
Oh yeah, man.
And
I mean,
then
we're
you got
practically
Bobbo
family
to
now.
talk to
You know what I'm
Bobbo
saying?
to come on, and that is fucking amazing.
Can
dude.
I borrow $50?
No.
Hey, we'll flip a
Come on,
coin.
man. Nah, I appreciate it, man. You already know I like just coming up here and cutting up anytime, man. You know. So next time we're gonna have my music queued up.
Yeah, we are.
Get your board out, man.
And
Yeah, pay some crackhead.
like
Be like,
if
hey, I'll give you
fucking-
$10.
And I'll hit you guys up if you ever want to come see us do our thing.
I got
Oh,
tickets
yeah, for
right
sure.
now. Fuck it. Here. Butch Lord
what's going
Showcase.
Oh yeah,
Let me
yeah.
get my plug in.
No,
real
man,
quick.
so
Hell yeah,
my
get your
tickets.
plug. While
Get
he's
my
getting
I
tickets.
knew there was
ready,
something else I was
I'm
supposed
gonna
to do.
say, hey,
No, no,
follow
it's-
me on Instagram at PreKayy.
Yeah, I don't know if
PreKayy
PreKay's gonna be able to.
Easy
Very
Yeah, I don't
cool.
know if you guys
Facebook
have been
PR
tonight.
tickets.
Oh, no, thank you, man. I won't make it. I won't
No,
make it.
Yeah,
you gotta
is it
say
tonight?
yes on camera.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hey, I can't wait to see you there.
Fuck yeah, right.
You're really gonna kill it.
Yep. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Hyenas, Fort Worth, Texas.
Come out, and I'll buy you a drink. Okay.
There it is.
Just when you see me, say what's up, and then
Experience
I'll buy
the-
you a drink.
Experience
You gotta
the
find me
sounds
though.
and smells of Sundance Square.
Well,
Yeah.
but like
Oh,
we're all I'm on you guys' social media. So if I put out a post up there, you're free. Always welcome to join. I'll cop the ticket for you guys.
All right.
And,
I wish
come
I wish I could
Yeah.
tonight. I'm
We
gonna
definitely
I'm
got
gonna
it.
see you.
I know, like tonight,
Come
like
on down, man.
on the moment, like day of to go do something like that. It's kind of like, but like maybe like if you had like 3 weeks in advance, something like that.
For sure. Yeah.
Don't come to the open mics unless you just want to hang out, PreKayy, and just have a couple drinks with
I just
us.
want to see you do bad.
But okay, when it comes to the open mics, because you'll see me do bad.
Well, I mean,
if you,
You might want to reconsider.
You want to see a motherfucker do bad?
No, those shows are always great.
No,
Those
these shows are
always
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
They're
shows
always
are fun.
great. But the open mics, if you want to see me go up there and bomb
Woo!
and be like, God damn, Rudy, that was struggling, man.
Yep.
Then come to any open mic anytime, Monday through Friday.
I'm gonna go
I'll
to
tell
an
you where
open
they're at,
mic.
and I'll be like, let's go hang out. We'll just have a couple of drinks, and I'll do the open mic, and you'll be
Yeah.
like, God damn, Rudy.
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
need
go
to,
to
I need
the
to see
open
that.
mic.
That's, I need to
And,
see some open mics.
The open mics are fun.
I'm trying to gear
because
myself
it's
up, Rudy.
Yeah.
easy.
I just ain't got the nerve.
Like, okay, well, I'm in Fort Worth, Hyenas on Thursdays.
Yeah, that's 10 p.m.
See, that's a
that's
good
close.
night for me.
That's close on Thursday. The only thing is,
Yep.
because you aren't, if you were to try it, right, because you're new, they're not going to put you very front. So you might be
Yeah.
there till like 12,
But-
12:30.
Nah, I'm just gonna watch.
He's got
You know.
clout, though. That's the thing. He's got experience in the
Yeah, he
entertainment
can say,
industry. Yeah.
"Do you know who the fuck I am?"
Yeah, but they're not going to bump him just because of all that. They're going to be like, yeah, well, okay,
Well,
right,
you know.
whatever.
Hey,
Yeah, they're gonna say, "You're the motherfucker going
Now-
on that."
closing the show. Your main event.
I might be able to pull some strings and have you be put on the same block as me. Or
No,
like
I'd really
below
like
me.
to just watch the traffic the first couple times.
Yeah, get a feel for
and
it.
see what it's about.
Well, if you like people
You know what I
mean? No,
eating shit
I'm
and
not gonna
pretending to
let
like the taste of it,
No.
then I got a show for you.
If you show up to an open mic, I'm gonna sign you up. I'm
Well,
telling
then I
you
ain't
this.
going.
No. Yeah, you are. Come
Good
on.
going, man.
Well,
You
then
gotta do
fuck
it, Bobbo.
you.
What if we
Come
bring you a
on.
monkey?
No, that was shitty. That was the guy who was playing.
Just go up there and just tell the monkey joke, man.
I am intrigued by it though. I have so much admiration for anybody who can go do that.
You know what? Actually, yeah, go watch.
For real.
If you ever want to try it, for real.
Yeah.
If you want to hit me up on Facebook, I'll let you know everywhere that's available.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll tell you when, like, what shows to go watch. The ones that are the best to watch are club open mics.
Yeah.
Those are the best to watch
Huh.
because I just feel like the atmosphere is more friendly. Like as a bar,
Yeah.
people are there, but they're not really there to watch comedy.
They're
They're
there
kind of
to
there
get-
to hang out and drink. So it's a
They're there to
little,
get diddled.
it's a little
They
distracting.
tend to fuck with you a little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little
That's what I
distracting.
expect.
They can be more rambunctious, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, at Hyenas in Fort Worth on Thursday, there's a pro show that starts at 8:30. That's free every Thursday, and then at 10 o'clock, immediately after the pro show goes home, the open mic starts.
Oh yeah.
So
So
that's
for
always
Thursday.
fun. That's
But
always
yeah,
a
if
good
you
time.
want to go check it
Very
out
cool.
on an open mics are cool though. But like that's how I did it. Like I went, I thought about doing open mics. I mean, doing comedy. And I was like, let me go get some notes on whatnot and learn about what to do because I don't want.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Research.
I was just fucking with you earlier. But like, I went and it was an Arlington Improv, and I watched the open mic, and so many people did so bad. I was like, I could totally do this. I was like, I can suck, and then they can suck and be okay with it. Why can't I suck and be okay?
You
with it?
lived through it, I guess.
Yeah. So when I went up there the next week, I
that's
signed
good.
up for the open mic. I figured out how to do it. I signed up for the open mic on the Tuesday, and it was the Arlington Improv again. And then I went up there and I did a bit about period blood.
Right off the bat.
Yeah, right off
just
the bat.
Picking up the lightsaber.
Period blood. And it went really well because there was a lady.
I'll bet it did.
There was a lady in front going, "Oh my God, Lord Jesus, please tell me. Oh, did you not smell the kitty?" So because she was bannering with me back
That's
and forth,
racially
it made it.
insensitive.
What? She could have been. She was from
No, it's like a
white
life preserver.
That was a white woman?
Whatever. Hey, look. Whatever you guys are thinking, that's on you guys.
That is-
I did not
Jesus,
put
you're so funny.
Oh, my Lord.
Hey, I'm just saying what the person said. I'm not making up words.
You
know,
did a
I
minute
didn't
ago.
like
What was
what
that?
he was doing, but when he came on that period blood, damn, them made my days.
She
I waited my entire life for a
she liked
comedian to
it,
properly
though.
handle
The funny thing is that she
Properly
was
handled.
subject
get
to
it?
my period blood.
she liked the joke though. She liked the premise. She was having a good time with it.
Oh.
She was actually a comic from Colorado, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
See,
she was a comic from
That's
Colorado.
why she liked it, because she's a comic. And she's
But
like, I
her
can't
friend-
believe this
well, her
motherfucker
friend
just said that
wasn't
shit. You don't do that.
But,
It is different at a higher altitude, though, too.
I guess I'm not sure. Maybe I should go over there and do more comedy there.
We went, my girlfriend and I one
Everybody's
time.
baked too.
There's a place
Fuck yeah.
south of town on the way to Waco, and you can do skydiving. The guy's got a little plane, he'll take you skydiving.
Okay.
And we went inside, it's been years ago, it's back 2010. And we signed, paid our deposit. We're going to do it next week. And his wife pulled my girlfriend aside. They were trying to come in. She got back in the car and she said, "Wow, that's right. I never knew that." And she said, and this is absolutely true. When women skydive, and she told her, just come equipped. When women skydive, they have to wear a tampon.
This is a queef joke.
No, serious.
Fuck yeah.
Because if they don't, and I'm just telling you, this is how you can tell your friends, okay? You're supposed to stretch this and, what? Well, you can tell it like it actually happened.
Yeah.
What? What? That's odd. Like, really? Like,
Yeah.
women have to wear a tampon when they skydive? What?
Yeah.
What's that about? You're not going to believe this, man. Like, you stretch it like.
Yeah.
Because if a woman skydives without a tampon, she will whistle all the way down.
Shit. I already seen it. The other day
Right?
the radio station. I heard you say that a couple weeks ago. I was like, what the fuck is... Never heard about that at
I
all.
said that to a Playboy bunny once, man. We were interviewing her, and she was a big adventure hog,
Yeah.
man. She was like, I was skydive twice a week.
Yeah.
And I said, do you wear a tampon when you do? She's like, well, no. I said, really? Because I heard you had, like, women that had to wear a tampon. She said, what? No, I mean, I never have. Like, why are they? What's the purpose? And, like, why would they do that? And I said, well, because I heard that if a woman skydives without a tampon, that she'll whistle all the way down. And she didn't laugh immediately.
There's a long fuse on that one.
But once she did, that got the interview rolling, and that listener.
That's
Okay.
Okay.
Another way you could use
That's
your
good
chops,
shit.
kids.
Oh, man.
I think that's our go home.
Yeah, we're gonna cut right there. Then. Awesome.
Oh,
let me see,
fuck.
is there anything I need to say? I don't know who's coming up on the podcast next, guys.
Yeah,
but
let me
it's
know.
all right.
I'll do a flyer.
I already said thank you for coming on. Shit, man, I guess we can just stop right there, man.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
All right. Oh, I gotta get over here and shut it off. Rudy.
You
guys have fun?
I had fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hell
man.
no.
What a.
I never want to speak to any of you again.
Don't ever call me.